to bring a dark and infinitely powerful being to our plane. And Marlin informs me you may be the only ones who can stop it.
It seems like this happens all the time. Yeah, great minds think alike, don't they? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little faded, but yeah.
Here, let me fix
that. The old wizard Marlin, he looks at the group of you, kind of scratches his head. You know, I've never seen creatures like you before. He looks at Stitch and turns to Cinder and kind of stares towards her chest. Yes, very unique.
That or you're just boring.
They're called personality.
You don't have to lie to them. Unique's a very nice word for them. I'm prettier than them.
That is highly up for debate.
I mean, every plane we go to, they think Stitch is a pretty kitty.
What?
I said every plane we go to, they seem to think Stitch is a pretty kitty.
Yeah, but they think I'm prettier. That doesn't mean y'all are not pretty. I'm the prettiest.
Dunham, standing there in silence, says, Marlin, are you sure these are the heroes that you saw? No doubt about it.
I am the bringer of light. And I pull out the sword.
They're both very impressed by the sword.
You're welcome.
Might be the first one to be impressed by his sword.
Marlin says, wow, that's really impressive. You know, I actually made a weapon similar in appearance to that, only it's a spear. A terrible weapon. I mean, it's great as a weapon. It's good at killing things, but terrible power. With a single touch, it literally vaporizes any living thing. I swore it would never end up in the wrong hands. This is, of course, after we made like 30 of them and equipped the entire elite guard of the Duke. This is prior to us knowing he's a villain. Which brings me to why you are here. Marlin has divined that this creature called Umbra plans to make its way to our plane. It will do so through a ritual performed by men, using the blood of a dead king. According to his visions, it is our King Orlin III.
Do you think we'll ever be transported to someplace happy that doesn't have Umbra in it?
I do not think that is.
I'll have you know, our world is quite happy, more or less, and we are trying to prevent this creature from arriving here.
Yeah,
we
I
believe
think this is more free crime than actual policing.
Now, we believe the Duke, the king's cousin, will be the mastermind behind all of this. It is likely that he has conspirators working with him to plan the assassination of the king. It is also unlikely these conspirators are aware of Umbra.
Why need a conspiracy if they have these magical swords that kill someone in an instant?
Spears, magical spears.
I said spears, whatever.
Dunham responds.
Oh, so I can get a magic sword and a magic spear, and then I can be the double bringer of light.
This is the very reason why you are speaking with a spy master, not a general. What we need is to find out who the conspirators are. To plan a coup, you need support. You can't very well take the crown with no one supporting you, you would have everyone turn against you. That being said, it's very unlikely the Duke has inspired anyone to rise against the throne only to destroy the world. So, what I need are names. The names of the conspirators and evidence of the Duke's treachery.
So
What?
let me get this straight. You want us to root around for your political enemies and say that once you have captured them, woo, we defeated the bad guy who will never come?
Correct. Only one person is the contact for Umbra in our plane. They are the ones who will perform the ritual that will bring him here. If this plot to assassinate the king is foiled, they will never have the dead king's blood, which means they cannot perform the ritual.
So you're saying we know someone's trying to do this, but we don't know who is doing it?
We suspect very highly it is Louis Orlan, Duke of Dodgington.
Then why not do we just kill him?
You always are.
There is the matter of his elite guard with disintegration spears.
Don't tell him that. He'll just decide to go kill the elite guard.
I mean, we don't have to fight him to kill him.
There is also the matter of evidence. We only highly suspect the Duke. The Duke is also the king's cousin. We cannot execute on 99% sure. It must be 100%.
And how can we be 100% sure that you are being 100% honest?
You can't, unless for some reason you can detect lies. But there is no need. I speak only truth.
Can I check him on that as best I can?
By all means, roll insight.
Okay. Not the belt. Nope.
You have no reason to distrust this man.
Can I do an insight check too then?
You may, yes.
Everything sounds like the up and up right now.
Hold on, my computer's saving a second. I know she.
Loomis, you have no reason to distrust this person.
Alright then, so. Are we in agreement with this plan, Loomis? Batu?
We don't have any other leads, so might as well start somewhere.
Cinder?
That's the spirit. Now,
It would be
I
much
am a spy
easier.
master, and I employ spies. However, my man working on the inside of the Duke's estate has not reported or been seen in days. I'd be willing to reward you handsomely if you could find out what happened to my spy. Now, in order to find the information,
Yeah.
you will be going to the ball. The Duke is hosting a large gala at his home in the Duchy of Dodgington 3 nights hence. Security will be tight, with only the most elite house guard patrolling the grounds and home. An invitation is required for all guests. I have been unable to secure one. However, the invitations, I am told, include a +1. You may be able to infiltrate the gala by hanging on the arm of an invited guest. Alternatively, catering and serving staff will be shipping in barrels and crates of food and drink throughout the night. Lastly, there is, of course, sneaking over the walls and infiltrating the grounds. However, that will require supplies and potentially great risk. Once inside, gather evidence incriminating the Duke and/or any conspirators. My intel suggests that none of the conspirators actually know each other by name, having only communicated directly with the Duke via letters signed with a single initial. Lastly, I have intel that suggests there will be a secret meeting at some point during the party at which all conspirators will be present. If you can identify them, that is more than enough. However, there's one catch. The party is a masquerade. They will all be wearing masks. However, this works to our advantage, as all of you will be wearing masks.
Do I have to wear a mask to hide my prettiness? That's not
A mere mask could not hide the beauty within. However, how long does this ball last?
It may go on throughout the entire night. Some galas are known to go on for days. It depends on when the food and drink run out and people get bored.
Right. Do we have any allies going to the ball who might already have invitations?
No.
Wait, so how do we get in?
We get ourselves in, of course.
No, I'm saying if we're not invited, how do we get in?
We'll figure something out. For the moment, let's clarify the situation further.
I mean, he just explained like 3 ways for you guys to get in.
Right. Yeah, no, that's yeah, I heard. Let's see. Will there be... What sort of entertainment will be provided through the evening?
Undoubtedly, music, dancing, heavy drinking, and perhaps acrobats and minstrels.
Do we know who's been hired on for such roles?
We do not.
Could we find out within the next 3 days?
Is there other pretty people at the ball?
He notices your instrument. He says, "It is entirely possible for a person of your means to get hired on, if that is what you are asking."
On-spot hiring. My favorite kind.
Just be prepared to impress.
Always. But that does not help you three, however.
I'm sure you will all find your way in. This may help. He hands you a bag of 200 gold pieces for supplies and bribes.
Cheapskate.
Additionally, my office can provide an assortment of wardrobe and costume.
Ooh, I like this. I like the idea of a costume. I'll be
Yeah.
there.
I doubt they have anything tailored to me. I have my own.
Very well.
I still think
You
it'd be
have-
much easier to kill people.
Surely you are a great warrior. I highly recommend you use that in
Wow.
conversation.
Batu, you would totally be able to slay them on the dance.
Batu does not dance. Without blood.
You never heard of Blood on the Dance Floor?
They are a horrible band.
Nice.
We're gonna have to sneak ourselves in somehow, so.
Alright. Well,
Roll 20 is
3 days.
being a jerk.
well, let's figure this out then, what our plan of attack's gonna be. We got a little bit of time here.
Okay, so I think you have a good idea of trying to sneak in through being hired on as a performer.
I mean, I can do that. I don't know if I could... What, you guys willing to be my sideshow? Seems a little-
That's what I said. Like, we're all gonna have to think of something to do as far as being part of the show if we go in that way.
So just a reminder, all of the guests who have invitations, the invitations include a +1.
Mhm.
So you can attempt to find people who are looking for a +1.
Oh,
You can also sneak in with catering crews, as well as try to sneak over the wall.
I'm pretty, so I can just get them to want to go with me.
While we make this plan, I want to take time to summon my familiar.
By all means.
Okay. I suppose we have to consider, once we get in, that we're in a position to actually investigate. Like, the one concern about me getting hired as an entertainment is that I'll be in full sight of everyone and not necessarily be able to sneak around if I'm performing. Let's see.
You also have access to the Spy Master's wardrobe, so you could disguise yourself as nobility, as a guard. You could disguise yourself as a servant.
What about the Phantom of the Opera?
I mean, that would just be nobility with a mask.
Done.
How about we could do nobility? I could get at least one of us, or two of us in there, where we knock out, we kidnap a noble, knock him out, and I'll go shape change as him, and then one of you can come as my +1.
That's a pretty violent plan. My plan was just to go dress as a noble, convince one of the nobles to take me as their +1 because I'm pretty.
You know what we could do is we can pretend like it's haunted, giving my abilities and my stealth abilities. I can pretend I can Scooby-Doo the shit out of everybody, so if you suspect people, I can literally kidnap them.
Yeah, that's certainly an option. Now, actually, to confirm,
If you get hired on as a performer and you claim that we're all part of your performance, you might be able to sneak in that way.
to confirm, Tabaxi are not like at all a common race around here. What that reaction told me, right?
That is your intuition, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna ask to confirm because I'm gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
You would totally be an oddity.
Well, I'd say I'm an oddity. That makes it hard to sneak away, though, if people keep looking at me like, oh, look at the cat who's on 2 legs. Oh, my goodness.
That's why you be a performer. You be the distraction.
Right, so,
That's true. We don't need to have everybody do performers, and then we can't really sneak around.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Dunham says to you, Stitch,
Ba-da-da-da-da.
I have just the thing. He reaches into a chest and pulls out a mask in the shape of a cat. And he puts it over your face. It fits perfectly.
a little suspicious you had all my measurements? You're not a stalker, are you? Wait, you're a spy.
By my profession, that's exactly what I am.
Yeah, that's pretty much true.
Anyways, okay, mask on face. Now I'm a cat wearing a cat mask.
If you are planning on infiltrating via the catering companies, there are 2 that the Duke's household will be using. In Dodgington, Lou's Libations and City Catering Company.
To be honest, I'm actually in favor of doing that because once we're in, there won't be as many eyes on us. We'll be free to sneak around in the background. Now, you said this ball was being held at the Duke's estate, yes?
But why
Correct.
would even the servants are wearing masks?
No, the servants will not be wearing masks.
So, Stitch, that would throw your plan off. You wouldn't be wearing a mask.
Well, as long as it wasn't for too long, I could make it work. And at that moment, I'm going to use my own little masquerade trick to cast Disguise Self and turn into a copy of the Spy Master.
Did you tuck your tail like wrap it around your waist, make it look like a belt?
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, you might actually be the ones capable of this after all.
Only lasts
Whatever
for
you
an
do,
hour.
All you have to do is get in. If you are able to walk in through the front gate, then no one will suspect your presence there at the party. Wandering the grounds is another story, but I'm sure you'll adapt.
I'm gonna walk in the front door with whoever I convince to take me along because I'm pretty, and then I can go talk to people who look suspicious.
I did not catch anything you just said.
Yeah, your volume is very low.
Oh.
So where is this gala supposed to be held?
What?
At Duke's Palace.
Where's the Duke's Palace? Where's the Duke's Palace?
In the Duchy of Dodgington.
Yeah, there we go. I said the Duchy of Dutchington. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be easier just to get in as cleaning staff?
I think we should all get in through different ways. That way we'll get more information.
It will be impossible to be one of the cleaning staff since they're all known by name and face.
Oh shit. Well, could he pass as just a regular servant?
No.
We would have to go in through the catering company because they would be not known, right? But then again, they wouldn't be wearing masks because they're servants. It's only the participants who are going to be wearing a mask.
All right, Batu wants white robes and a Stark skeleton mask. I have an idea.
Oh, but Cinder, you can, like you said earlier, knock one of the servants out and then turn into them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that I can do that with a noble and get a +1. It's either I can go in by myself as one of the servants.
Doing that to a noble, however, does two things that cause great risk. One, that noble might be one of the conspirators, and two, should they wake, security will be informed.
All right.
And no one's gonna care about a servant.
So we have that guy that's 90% sure the bad guy. What if we cast darkness, abduct his ass, and then question/torture him?
That's a horrible plan.
I don't understand why that's a horrible plan.
The spy master doesn't want us to risk the 10% he's wrong.
Okay.
It was 5%.
Also, like, we're talking about if we're wrong, then we just tortured the Duke, and we're gonna be probably executed.
Okay.
Well, we wouldn't be executed. We'd just escape, but still not great.
Yeah, we'd be exiled, and we wouldn't actually save anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You may not actually escape after all. It was the wizard Marlin who brought you all there in the first place.
We weren't sit here by the plane, right? They pulled us here. We were going somewhere else, so they filmed another world. That's what they did.
So where are we? You're gonna try to get in being the bard, like the musician. Somebody else is gonna.
Honestly, go ahead.
Someone else is gonna try to like get invited.
Oh, that's me. I'm pretty.
And then literally, Cinder can just turn into somebody and walk in.
Don't make it sound so fucking easy.
No, so basically we're gonna take different tacks to get in, plus whatever Batu has planned. Do you feel like sharing, Batu?
I do not.
Of course.
It is a good plan.
I don't doubt it.
Your plan.
Dunham says, "Who am I to argue with divine heroes?" And he gives Batu a set of white robes and a skull mask.
This will be great.
Can I have a noble costume?
Alright. What sort of intel do we have on the layout of the estate?
I'm glad you asked. And he hands you a map.
Oh, excellent.
You can all see the map, right?
Yep.
Yep. I just gotta.
Yep.
Just to be clear, we cannot kill anyone.
Correct.
You cannot be caught killing anyone.
That is much better.
Don't tell him that.
So this is the main level?
Correct. There is a second floor. However, we do not have a map of it. My inside man was unable to send me that information.
So in this world, there's no electricity, right? It's all gas lanterns and whatnot.
Pretty much. Braziers, candlelight, torchlight.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let's
braziers. Oh, I thought you
wanna
said
make sure
braziers. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Brazier, yes.
A brazier. For your chesticles.
Okay, so
Some outside observations. Any special features on the second floor, like an observatory or anything else obvious that would deviate from this normal floor plan?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna check out.
Oh, that's good at least.
I think we should have rooms that we decide now. Well, or I guess that
Do they have the
if we-
shipping?
if we do different things by getting in, I'm sure we'll all wind up going different places, which should be good.
Yes.
Dunham also mentions passing off as different people, a noble guest, the hired help, a minstrel, will allow you access and the ability to move through different places more or less unnoticed. It may be to your advantage to do so.
So I would say, Cinder, you can definitely go to the kitchen, the washroom, and the storeroom if you're going to be the servant person. I'll definitely check out the ballroom and the gardens. Or actually, there's definitely the gardens. Well, I don't know where Ditch is going to be performing.
Most likely in the ballroom, but afterwards I can probably sneak away and try and get upstairs. That should be relatively easy for me.
Okay.
Marlin mentioned something. Oh, right, I remembered. I am a great inventor, and I've invented something just for this. He pulls out earrings. He says, I call this an ear ringer. If you put it on, anyone else wearing an ear ringer can hear and speak to each other across any distance through any surface.
How many do you have?
Well, I've of course made one for each of you.
Perfect. I was worried about the communication issue.
How about? It's only one earring.
Correct.
Wouldn't that look a little suspicious that, you know, these group of non-connected people all have similar looking one earring?
Yeah.
We can pretty them up a bit, make them look different.
Well, I never thought of it that way, but then again, I'm not a spy. I'm an inventor.
Also, we could make matching pairs that just don't do anything to make it look like normal pair of earrings.
I say we could have like a spot that we all decide to meet after the party.
Or you could slip it into your pocket and only use it when you need it. That's entirely up to you.
But then
I'd recommend against that.
Yeah, that wouldn't work either because we wouldn't actually hear anything if.
Do you have to wear it on your ear for it to work?
Oh, I mean, if you want to hear anything, then yes.
Okay, so yes.
So that would be pretty useless if we don't have it on all the time because I would.
No, I would put it. I would like to put it on the chain, make that necklace, but you gotta put it on your ear in order.
Well, default meeting place should probably be someplace like the Guardians. Probably a little more private, less likely to have people eavesdropping without us noticing.
Ooh, do they have a hedge mage?
Do they have a hedge maze?
My father had a hedge mage.
No, there is no hedge maze.
It's kind of noble has a garden without a hedge maze, I ask you.
None in this kingdom. I've never even heard of such a thing.
Heathens, the lot of you. Anyway,
Wait, so what's upstairs? Where's the stairs?
The stairs are right of the foyer. There's a set that goes down and a set that goes up.
let's see. You talked about the second floor. What do we know about... Oh, continue, Loomis.
Wait, so is it by the washroom? I'm confused. I don't see the floor.
Correct, by the washroom.
By the washroom, and then there's one on the other side?
No, it's just...
Or-
The door to the washroom is in between the stairs.
Okay. So I could definitely try to sneak off there too. And then I could go either up or down. I don't know. Okay, what were you saying?
I was gonna ask...
The right
we
side
talk-
go up.
I was gonna ask, what do we know about the floor below the main level?
Unfortunately, nothing. And that has me concerned.
No rumors of it being a cellar or any sort of workshops or anything down there?
No rumors, no.
Hmm.
Certainly most noble estates have a cellar. Several also have dungeons.
Indeed.
It will be
someone
easy
should
to
check it
tell
out.
if someone is guarding it.
Batu, you feel like handling that?
I wasn't listening, but sure. There's a
There
door.
might be a guard you could knock out.
How
I
is
mean-
Boss getting in?
Okay. If there is a link to a cellar down there, you'd think the kitchens would be connected. Do you know of any sort of dumbwaiter or anything connecting the kitchens to lower level?
All visits I've ever had to the Duke's estate have been confined to the foyer, the ballroom, and the dining room.
Well, pencil mark a maybe for that then.
Yes.
How many exits are there?
The grounds have only one gate, but there are 4 entrances into the building. 2
Yeah.
at the rear of the ballroom, 1 into the storeroom, and the front door.
Oh, I see.
Do we have any alchemist fire?
The shops in town certainly might. What you do have is 200 gold pieces, compliments of my office.
Okay, so hear me out. If we prevent everyone from leaving and scare the shit out of them, we may be able to get them in a panic state and maybe they'll be forced to become more candid.
Wait, why are we?
Certainly an option.
Not to mention the confusion would draw suspicion and everyone would become suspicious of each other.
But that would include them being more suspicious of us.
Not necessarily.
I think we're best off laying low and trying to see everyone in their natural surroundings.
I do like the option though, in case we need to cause a bit of panic.
Yeah, if everything's going south, that sounds like a great plan.
Then we need to get some alchemist fire. That way we can put it at each one of the entrances to the building and prevent them from leaving if need be.
Alright then. If you need more money, I can help finance it.
So, Batu, how are you getting into the building?
He has a plan. He's being very enigmatic about it.
I don't like that, but okay.
Batu is incredibly sneaky and incredibly athletic and incredibly acrobatic. He can ninja his way in.
I believe it. Alright then, so... Everyone have their entry plan?
I'm ready.
Cinder?
Yes.
Alright then. And everyone know their main targets for observation, their main areas?
I think I said I definitely can do the dining room and the gardens, and then I'll try to sneak off to one of the stairs.
If I have some information to give you, if I see you in the dining room, I'll come up and ask you if you want, some other hors d'oeuvres or something. And give you some
Okay, that'll be the code word.
hors d'oeuvres. I may
I'll
look
take
like one. You may not know who I won't be looking like myself.
Okay.
Whenever you ask for hors d'oeuvres, that's all no. It's you.
Couldn't we take one of the earpieces and plant it on, I don't know, Maybe that one guy.
What was the name?
One
of
guy, the Duke?
No, the Duke's cousin. If we plant a bug on him, he may be able to say something incriminating.
The Duke's cousin is the king.
Oh, then the Duke.
What's the Duke's name?
Batu, you really weren't listening, were you?
I was not.
The Duke's name is Lewis Orlan.
Yep, that's a bad guy. I've never met a Lewis who was a good guy.
In the Khanate, when we had these problems, we just killed the other. It doesn't matter how much they are suspected. If you are suspected, you die.
Holy shit, dude.
It is much more efficient.
Unfortunately, everyone is suspicious of everyone else in this kingdom. It's the way things work.
Oh, we in Raven.
It's no different than the Khanates. Just if you are stronger and have more power, you live. The weak die.
So, is it a known fact that there's going to be a ritual?
So there's going to be a what?
Ritual?
The conspirators would know it.
It is a prophesied fact that the conspirators will perform a ritual using the blood of the king to bring Umbra.
Is the king
When
going to
it's
be at
out.
this
I
hall?
have a question. Now, when you say the blood of the king, right? Since the Duke and the king are related, wouldn't they share the same blood?
Marlon says, "My vision was very specific. The blood of the dead king. And I saw his face. It was our king."
Aren't you an inventor and not a spy? Like, where do you get these visions from? You've been getting them all your life?
He laughs. He says, "Divination magic, my friend. Divination."
So, the regular nobles are going to have no idea that they're
So if the only stipulation is that we can kill but we cannot get caught killing, what if Batu goes into the top of the ballroom, drops a bunch of blood all over everybody, and then we can kill whoever we want and everyone's covered in blood and will not know the difference?
Wow.
That sounds like what happened to my cousin Carrie.
Dunham stares at Batu for a long, awkward moment before turning to everyone else and says, "A carriage will be provided to bring you to the Duchy of Dodgington. You'll have 1 day's time to prepare."
On a related note to Batu's idea, does the ballroom have a balcony area?
It does not.
Okay, single floor. Cool.
My question was, it's not common knowledge for nobles that there's going to be a ritual trying to summon Umbra.
What?
I highly suspect no one but the contact for Umbra is aware. They're nobles. They want to gain advantage within the kingdom. They do not want to see the world destroyed.
So we can't just go around asking people, hey, who do you suspect is in charge of this ritual?
Oh my god.
I highly encourage you to not mention that at all.
Okay.
What?
I also highly encourage you not to ask people, "Are you a conspirator?"
Loomis,
Is
you
this-
got to come with me, my man. Like, I'm afraid you're gonna say something that's gonna get you murdered.
Is the ritual time sensitive?
We don't know exactly when it will occur, but we can assume it is soon if all of the conspirators and the Duke are going to meet face to face tonight, or on the night of the gala.
Is there not a...
King be there.
So how do you suggest we go about, like, just figuring out who could be a conspirator? What would make them suspicious?
That is for you to decide. Ideally, you could find the letters incriminating evidence of some kind, or identify them at the secret meeting.
Where I'm from, there is a rare herb that, once ingested, makes you prone to telling the truth and divulging your secrets.
I should be the +1 of the Duke.
Does anything like that exist here?
If something does, we have yet to discover it.
Unfortunate.
Marlon says, "I could certainly invent something like that. It might only take me a week."
Then
We only
it's...
have a day.
Right? Will the king be at the masquerade?
For obvious security reasons, no.
Okay. So we don't have to worry about that at least.
Can I see a picture of this king?
And the Duke for that matter.
We do not have a picture of the Duke. However, this office itself has a portrait of the king, as does every room in this castle. He points to a painting, and you see the king.
Is this a recent painting of the current king?
It seems recent enough, although you've never seen the guy.
Of course, I've never seen the guy. But
How much familial resemblance does the Duke bear?
They more or less look the same. However, the Duke has black hair, not blonde.
Okay, so we can recognize him on sight then.
Assuming he is showing his face and not wearing a mask, which is doubtful.
Masks aside, but yes.
Most likely, everyone will be greeting the Duke upon entry into the building. It is custom here.
Ah,
We're gonna
okay.
know who's who. They're all wearing masks.
And then we should wait in the foyer and wait to see who greets who. Then we could discern who the Duke is.
I highly encourage you to greet the people yourselves. You'll be stuck in the building with all of them for presumably the duration of the gala. Mingle.
Fair enough. Alright. Well, not much else we can do, I think, without getting there and getting the lay of the land on the night itself.
Indeed. Your carriage awaits if you need nothing else.
Alright. Any final thoughts? Cinder?
does anyone have any forgery skills that might come in?
I don't think so.
I mean, I've got thieves' tools, but that's not the same as the forgery, so...
You would need calligraphy tools.
No.
I do not recommend forgery. You would first have to identify one of the invitations, copy it exactly, and more importantly, there is a specific number. Should you be last in line, the guards will become suspect. In fact, they will become suspect if there is an extra invitation at all.
Oh no, that's not what the forgery was for. Is if we find one of these letters, right? This is what the forgery was for. If we find one of these letters that, specifically incriminate the person, we could forge the letter and put any name on there, right? And even if a person is not a co-conspirator, if we point one out, like make a big scene about the letter, then the others, we could see their reactions and see who looks concerned or checks their pockets.
Interesting idea.
However,
Yeah.
I just require a iron hook. Where can we get one of them?
Right here in my coat, he pulls one out and
Oh
offers
my
it to you.
fucking god.
Fantastic. I'm gonna grab the iron hook. I'm gonna attach it to my length of rope. These will do nicely.
What the hell are
Alright.
you doing with a hook in your coat?
I am a spy master. I carry all kinds of things, such as hooks.
Alright, well, Batu needs to get his alchemist fire, but I think I'm good to go.
Do you have any caltrops or darts?
Those you would have to purchase.
Fair
Not
enough.
from me specifically.
Okay. So, hear me out. We need poison, caltrops, and darts.
Let me stop you there. This is not an assassination. This is an intel gathering mission.
And if things go...
It'll be mild poison. We'll just give them the runs. No worries.
No one would die just to get away. If we were discovered.
You can't chase somebody with mudbutt.
He stares long, silent, and awkward at Batu before turning to the rest. Your carriage awaits.
As I start walking out, I really wish you answered your question, Batu.
I have a feeling they do not appreciate the fine art of assassination and its merits.
Well, assassination is so final, you know? No fun after that.
Something tells me they do appreciate the fine arts of assassination.
Yeah, aren't they the spies?
Just imagine where that hook's been.
Batu's gonna sniff it.
These earpieces, y'all want to actually put them in?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Well,
All right, so So did he give us 200 apiece, or just 200?
No, 200.
Total. Mm-hmm.
So do you want to split that up, or how do you want to do that?
I need none of it. I require 0.
Oh, to split between 3 of us?
I just need enough to get 4 alchemist fire, which I think is 50 each.
I believe it's 50 each.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all 200.
Yep.
If you guys need something, I can finance you within reason.
How much gold do I have? Hold on.
All right, Cat Daddy.
I have a... Oh, we got gold last time. I have 180 platinum. I think I should be good.
I got 200 platinum. Yeah.
Poor.
Do we have any scrolls, like, of darkness?
Unfortunately, I did not pick up any scrolls, no.
I can cast darkness if you need it.
That could be fun. We do 4 alchemist fire, that's 200. We need... we don't need a darkness scroll if you can cast darkness, because that can be situationally good too. Because if we start getting discovered, we can frame people, make other people suspicious and stuff.
Yep. That's the plan.
Poison might help too, like not deadly poison, but like sleeping, some kind of like shit to make people pass out. That might help too.
Sounds like you guys are still preparing for this mission.
Oh, sure.
We had a day.
Okay.
We're in the carriage.
That was just my cue to put the music back on.
All right. So
it's like the carriage ride where
Batu's gonna sneak in the back around the gardens, because you know how evil people like to stroll about gardens divulging their secrets and plans.
Sure.
So, I would imagine that you're probably going to be in the ballroom, because you're gonna try to infiltrate us in the entertainment, and then
Yep, that's where I'll start.
I'll be in the kitchen chatting up the cooking staff or whatnot.
Okay.
They always got the dirt.
So that leaves the foyer to Loomis.
The foyer? What's the foyer?
You're gonna be the one talking to everybody.
Yeah, but what's the foyer?
It's basically where everybody.
Imagine like a front lobby kind of area.
Right.
So like the ballroom, the front part of the ballroom?
It's where everybody socializes before they go in to dance and stuff.
Oh, so it's like... Oh. It's right in front of the ballroom?
Yeah.
Touch that on my screen. Let's see if I zoom in. Yeah, okay, I see it now. Oh, that view looks so much better. Okay.
Okay. So we got a plan. Loomis just has to convince somebody to escort him in. You guys can pretty much just walk in, and I'm gonna have to sneak in, and then I'll change once I'm inside. And since I'm wearing a mask, nobody knows who anybody is. That kind of works to my advantage. Once I'm inside, I should be good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's what we'll do.
We don't know what you are wearing, so we'll know who you are.
Yeah.
Like I said, I look like anybody, so
All right.
I'll give you a wink.
All right, I think that's a good plan then. Then it only leaves the washroom and the dining room uncovered.
You'll
I'll
all have the
probably be
opportunity
ducking
to move around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably be ducking into the washroom at some point as I make myself scarce.
Okay.
All right then.
You all take the cramped carriage ride to Dodgington. You have one day to surveil the grounds and acquire anything you need before the night of the gala.
Okay.
All right.
Is there any kind of like sleeping poison here?
You go around asking locals, "Hey, can I find some sleeping poison?" They all look
No.
at you quite suspiciously and scurry away.
I'm just asking would I know that, but I'll ask them if there's. I'll go to a apothecary or whoever the fuck is in this area and say that I have insomnia. I can't sleep.
Well, then it sounds like you require sleeping medicine.
Yes, and a lot of it.
What do you mean, a lot?
You see, my horse can't sleep either.
It sounds to me like you're asking for sleeping poison, which I couldn't possibly sell legally.
What about not legally?
Well, I suppose that depends on whether or not you have ridiculous amounts of coin.
I know somebody who does.
Well, tell that somebody you may require 150 gold pieces.
Okay.
I whisper into my ear ringer to him, "I got you, fam."
All right. Deal. And then I'm gonna go to the local bar. I'm gonna go to the dart board, and I'm gonna inconspicuously take the darts and stick them in my pocket.
Roll stealth.
No.
The guys who are currently playing darts are like, "Hey, where the fuck you going with our darts?"
I'm gonna run with the darts.
Roll athletics.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Yes, you outrun the drunks easily. You can add 3 darts to your inventory.
Yes.
Bounty of 50 gold added to Whiterun.
I was trying to save some coin, guys.
Whatever. I'm gonna mark off the 150 for your poison.
That was funny as fuck.
Alright. Well, Batu's not the smartest guy, okay? He's just dedicated.
But he is fast.
He is fast. And hey, he got a 9 and a nat 1 on stealth too, so that's pretty good.
Alright.
I would like to go to a jewelry store and like a clothing store.
You do. There's a tailory for the upper crust. It's called tailory for the upper crust.
I was trying to get some like common or servant clothes. The jewelry is for another scheme.
Very well. There is clothes and stuff. It's for the lower crust. They sell clothes and a lot of stuff.
Alright. So Batu wants to test out the potency of this sleeping poison.
You only have enough for 1 dose.
Okay. Alright.
Don't be fucking around, Batu.
The apothecary does promise you that it will knock out a horse.
Yes.
Alright. What do you think, guys? Should I try and show up night of, or try and get a contract a day or 2 in advance?
I mean, you probably don't want to wait the last minute for things like this.
It's also an opportunity to surveil the outside of the grounds.
Well, I could already do that from a distance. Plus, I can cast invisibility to get a look around. But no, I will walk up to the gates, playing my new little lyre, and humming a jaunty tune.
As you approach the gates, you see some solicitors approaching the gate as well. 2 guards wearing full plate armor and carrying strange spears man the front gate. Unimpressed by the solicitors, one of them stamps the ground with his spear, and a golden light zaps the person standing in front of him, and you literally watch them turn into a pink mist that disappears. He laughs and goes, "Oh, burn out. Well,
I really-
just gotta wait till tomorrow." And he just stabs the other one.
I really want one of those spears.
We'll make sure you get one. Anyway, I'm gonna, not seeming to notice this in the slightest, just walk up, strumming my lyre, and say, "Good day to you fine gentlemen. Is this the esteemed estate of the illustrious Duke Orlan?"
Well, that depends. Are you a solicitor?
Solicitor.
One of them with the glowing spear kind of holds it up, ready to stamp.
Solicitor? Why?
Have you
make me
heard
sound
about
like
our
some
Lord and
sort of
Savior?
beggar. Make me sound like some sort of common beggar. No, I am the king of the bards, the ghost on the winds of music.
He is
I
the
come here because where else would a bard of my stature be but the home of the finest duke in the land? Especially on the eve of the party of the century.
They squint their eyes through their slit helmets at you. One of them says, "Why don't you play us a tune then, King of the Bards?"
By all means, and hey, let me do you one better. What is your name?
My name's Jim.
Jim? Well then, let us make you a special song, and I'm going to literally compose a tune on the spot, because I actually can do that with it, apparently, involving Jim's name.
Jimmy, Jimmy, Jim. You're so slim.
So, go for performance, and I actually also get advantage on my performance checks now.
Jim, Duran.
Jim is brought to tears, and his cohort just claps. "You know what? I think he really is the King of Bards." They say, "Wait here, Mr. Bard." And one of the guards fetches the butler. And you see a slim, impressive-looking man with his nose and chin held high, everything perfectly in order, nails, facial hair, etc. He says, "I am told you desire employ."
It's less of a desire than a calling. Give a few little strums.
Very well, play me a tune.
Oh, for a man of your esteem, what could I offer but a personal performance?
The butler is far less impressed than the guards. He says, "You will do. We will not pay you, however. You will accept only tips. You will be provided a meal with the help."
A man such as myself with tips may live richer than a king.
Sure. Do not be late. And he puts you on the list.
Excellent. Okay, mission accomplished.
Alright, I guess it's my turn to figure out how I'm getting in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna go look for a place where a bunch of nobles would hang out that's not. So maybe the outside of the castle? Like right outside?
Like the night of the ball.
Oh, I guess probably not. What time is it?
It's the day before.
Oh, so let me go. I'll just walk around looking for nobles. What's a prestigious place in town?
You spot it immediately. There are several stores and inns and things, but one of the inns has several fancy carriages parked in its stables.
Oh, I'm going there.
Inside, you see many guests, all of which are adorned in very fine clothing. People are spending stacks of gold on drink and food here.
Is any of them pretty?
You see two that stand out to you. One is a woman, not quite in her middle age, from what you can tell, although it could be heavy makeup. You also see a man sitting kind of aloof with a open jacket and a low-cut shirt.
I'm going to the aloof one.
You do so. He's sitting at the bar.
Hi there.
He looks over at you, looks you up and down. He says, "Why, hello."
What are you doing over here?
Well, just having a drink, thinking up my next poem.
Oh,
Maybe
you're
a song.
writer.
I am a creative nomad.
Oh, nice. Always love a little creativity. Mind if I buy you a drink?
By all means, let me buy you a drink.
Oh, please do.
He motions to the barkeep and says, "That bottle there." And they bring a bottle over. The bottle itself, you're fairly certain, is actually formed from gemstones.
Oh, shit. Okay.
He says, "This is the most expensive wine that I know of."
Wow, I must be very special.
Of that, I have no doubt, but I just have enormous amounts of money that I literally don't know what to do with.
Oh.
And he pours you a glass, and himself.
So, do you know anything about this party? What's coming up?
Yeah, that's why I'm here, I guess.
You guess.
Yeah. I received an invitation, so I decided to come, but yeah, you know, I'm looking for a +1. I'm not married or anything, so.
I mean, I could be your +1. I don't have an invitation, but I'd love to go to a party like that.
Well, not just anyone can be my +1. All right, you gotta
Okay.
show me something creative. Like, can you sing a song? Can you dance beautifully? Can you recite a poem?
Well, I look pretty and I can sprout wings, and
I can sprout.
do a little
Whoa! Sprout wings.
bit. Yeah.
I mean, that's
Why don't you perform something for me? Like maybe, you know, shimmy a little, do a little dance.
Let's see. All right, I'll give my best show. Ooh.
He says, "You know, I believe you're special in your own way. But to be honest, you're not really
I'm
showing
more
that creative passion that
I'm
I
more-
need in a +1.
more of a singer than I am a dancer.
Okay, well, sure, sing me a song." "Yeah, I think we are done here." He gets up, takes the bottle, and he walks away.
oh, shut down.
Wait. We're not done.
No, we're done.
I'll go over to the other lady.
The lady sees you, looks you up and down, and a wide smile creeps across her face. She says, "Why, hello."
Oh, hi there, ma'am.
She says, "Not ma'am, it's miss."
Oh, miss. My apologies.
She says, "If you really want to apologize, you'll buy me a drink and share it with me."
Sure, I'll buy you a drink. I gesture for the barkeep to buy her a drink.
Hey, buy her a drink. I want to.
The barkeep looks at you, and he's kind of like, which shelf?
What? The lady's choice.
She says, wonderful, and she picks a particular vintage. The barkeep walks over, and he gives you a look that says, I can tell you're not super rich, but here's the bill, and he hands it to you. It will cost 5 platinum.
Oh my
for this
god!
Platinum.
For this glass. And she takes a sip and says, delightful. She says, get one for yourself. I don't want to drink alone. That's how you have a problem.
Wait, that was just one glass they gave me for 5 platinum?
Correct.
No, I'm not really a drinker. I'm a little sober.
A shame. Countess Bella Bellatrix. And you are?
My name is Loomis.
Sir Loomis?
Yes, Sir Loomis. I am the bringer of light.
Bringer of light? That sounds so fancy.
Yeah, look, I have a fancy sword too. I show her the sword.
She's very impressed by the appearance of the sword.
Man, this guy just going around showing people his sword.
I know, just wantonly. Hey, lady, look at this sword. It's shiny.
She says, you are very handsome. Has anyone ever told you that?
Yeah, but a lot of the time it's me.
A lot of times it's me.
But I think it by other people too.
Yeah, but a lot of times it's me.
You are certainly strapping enough, wealthy enough, and carry very nice equipment.
Ooh.
So,
Very well. I need a +1, and I've decided that you are it.
I would love to be your +1.
She says, excellent. Now, there are requirements. You may not dance with any other ladies.
That's not a problem because I'm gay.
Why would you tell
That is also not a problem. I just need to arrive with you, and you must dance with me during the dance.
So for all the dances? Or is there only one dance?
The dance.
Oh. How do I know which one's the dance?
Oh, you must not be from this kingdom. You must not be aware of the customs.
No, I'm from a different kingdom. I'm of nobility of another kingdom.
Well, that makes this all the better.
I can sprout wings too. I'm pretty.
Interesting. Lightbringer indeed. So, the party will consist of different phases. It starts with the mingling. The Duke and Duchess will greet everyone. We'll all begin to mingle. There will be entertainment. Then, there will be dinner, and after dinner, the dance. Several musicians will play different songs. There will be one slow dance. And after the dance, people will retire to smoke pipes or cigars, have wine, and maybe find themselves a room.
Find themselves a room? Like, what you mean?
Well, for fucking, obviously.
Oh, well, does that mean I'm gonna have to be going into your room? You don't have to fuck, do you?
No, we don't have to, although it's your loss.
I'm gay.
Still your loss.
Okay. Alright. So
The only requirements are you hang on my arm, and we dance at the dance. And that you do not dance with anyone else.
Not a problem. So am I allowed to explore the castle?
Well, you can do whatever you want. I don't care.
as long as I'm there for the dance.
Correct.
Okay, I can do that. So where do I meet you to go to the party?
I will be arriving in my carriage outside the main gate. We all will. It's a line. You can join me there.
At the main gate?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Unless you would rather ride with me.
Oh, that's extravagant. I would love that.
Very well. Then I suppose you'll be sharing my room tonight.
Oh, we can do that. Where are you staying at the inn?
I am.
Okay. We can tell all the secrets.
Very well, she smiles. She says, I am going to require that you masturbate in front of me.
Okay, I don't know if I can be staying with you.
She laughs.
This lady's afraid.
Wait, were you serious?
Only if the answer is yes.
Oh, the answer was no.
Then I was not serious.
Okay. But yeah, we can have story time and we can tell all the secrets.
She says, very well. You can tell me about your kingdom,
Oh, absolutely.
and I will tell you all the dirt that I have for tonight.
Oh, I am beyond excited for that.
All
I've been
right.
listening to the ear ringer, and I will be listening intently on all the dirt.
Cinder, what are you doing? Cinder.
Besides listening to that tantalizing tale, I was gonna go to the shop and get my common clothes, and then get a matching earring, so I don't look like a fool with this one earring.
It's called artistic flair.
You cannot find a matching earring, nor can one be made quickly enough to match it. However, you can find one that's sort of an approximation.
That's fine. How much is this approximation going to cost me?
15 gold pieces.
All right, we can do that.
A lot cheaper than the 5 platinum.
uh, 5 gold pieces. Done and done.
Did anyone want to infiltrate through the catering companies?
Oh, no, but I did want to do a little scouting through the eyes of my owl.
Very well.
So I just want a little overview, like the second floor, right? Does it look like it has a rookery?
No.
Alright, so they're not sending out letters or anything like that through birds.
No.
Is there a chimney?
There are several chimneys.
Of the one in the main castle. Like, I guess that would be stove area, kitchen area.
Yes, there is a chimney at the kitchen. That being said, there's a lot of smoke currently coming out of it.
Yeah, I figured as much. Can my owl see if like the guards are patrolling, and if so, where is the heaviest concentration of guards?
You don't know what it'll be the night of, but currently, during the day, there are 2 at the main gate, 2 at the front door, 4 patrolling the gardens, and 2 patrolling the outer perimeter of the grounds.
Not as much security as I thought it would be, but they'll probably beef it up tonight. Or for the wall.
For the gala.
Yeah. Do they have on a uniform?
They all are wearing full plate armor with the same type of helmet. They all wear a tabard with the colors and sigil of the Duke's house.
Alright, so, spells here. What minor illusions allow me to approximate their outfit?
I don't think there's enough volume in Minor Illusion to do that.
Alright, that's my question there. Thank you.
You know, if we were gonna do the completely utilitarian option, we could fire all the exits, right? And then close up and obstruct all the chimneys, and then just suffocate everybody inside. And we would save the realm.
Get the innocent with the guilty.
It would save the realm.
I mean, 90% chance it saves the realm.
90% chance it saves the realm.
That's just Batu's line of thinking.
Summarily executed, but you would, in fact, save the plane.
Yo,
Yeah,
I love
would be involved with that plan.
like he gets somewhere and fucking Loomis is with this chick. I'm inside the store, right? And then the fucking Stitch is right in front, like he's walking away from the Duke. I mean, not the Duke, the butler and whatnot. And all you hear is, you know, we could just murder everybody if we, cover up the chimneys. Like, what the fuck? I just burst out laughing.
It's a euphemism. It's a metaphor. Eh?
Actually, that is true. If we do that, it would save everybody.
I don't think so.
You are very pragmatic, and you're my man, Batu. I want you to know that. Don't ever change.
This is the way things are done in the Khanate.
Remind me not to go back there.
As you all wait, you hear Loomis and Countess Bellatrix exchanging information. Loomis, do you want to regale her with stories of your actual home or make up a bunch of bullshit?
Oh, I'm definitely making up a bunch of bullshit because
You make up a bunch of bullshit.
I'm not
Actual noble. He's a fucking street rat.
Yeah,
Remember when we had the conversation with like everyone is a fucking noble but this guy? How did that happen?
I'm not a noble.
You weren't there.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But the Countess, true to her word, speaks some rumors and dirt about one of the guests. There are rumors that Baron von Ziegler has experimented with raising the dead. Makes you wonder what a man could do if he controls a dead important person.
That's scary. Baron von Ziegler. Am I gonna meet him at the party?
He'll probably be there.
How do most people feel about him?
I can't speak to anyone else, but he's something of a bookworm. Slim, studious, young, and very self-important.
Interesting.
I can't believe nobody wants to kill this guy.
That would be trying to raise the dead?
I can't think of anyone who would want to raise the dead.
Yeah, me either. That's kind of gross.
It is.
Maybe that's why he's a bookworm. He's like, I'm bored. Oh, I'm tired of reading. Let's go raise the dead.
The night of the gala arrives.
Wait, I was going to tell her about my homeland. I am from the kingdom of Alfredo.
She passes out from boredom.
Oh, she didn't have any interest in my kingdom.
Night falls, and the line of carriages and supply-carrying wagons lines up outside the main gate of the Duke's estate. Aboard one such carriage is the Countess Bellatrix and her +1.
That's me.
Also in line,
I do the queen wave, waving at all the people.
also in line, is the King of Bards, due to play tonight. Batu, you are currently outside the perimeter wall. What do you do?
I'm gonna go around to the back of the wall where the gardens are, and I'm gonna take my hook and hempen rope and find a nice spot to find a good perch on the wall next to maybe a tree or something. It would keep me a scare shadow.
Guards patrolling the outer perimeter. Roll stealth.
Oh, alright. Ba 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 da, da. Here we go.
Like a white shadow, a ghost, you evade their detection. Some of them might have even noticed you, but were too creeped out and thought, if I don't look, the ghost won't see me. You can't be certain, but you like to think that's what they're thinking. You find a nice open spot near the gardens where no one will see you, and the wall looks scalable with your grappling hook. Roll athletics with advantage.
Would it be athletics or probably would be athletics. Okay, let's
Athletics.
Can I go last in the rotation? I got the kitchen and check on some food right quick.
You easily scale the wall and go over. You find yourself in the gardens. Cinder.
She just, MC just said he had to go handle some food stuff and asked to be handled last.
Alright, Stitch. You are in line on foot. You arrive at the main gate. The guards see you and they say, well, if it isn't the King of Bards, welcome
The one
to
and
the
only.
party." They motion for you to go inside.
Mm-hmm. Make sure you tell everyone to leave a tip, eh?
They're like, well, we can't leave this gate, but, you do you.
Yeah, but everyone must pass by, you know. You are a bard's best friend in that case.
They're like, yeah, sure, why not?
Jimmy
Alright,
boy,
so-
pipes are calling.
Loomis, the carriage pulls up to the main gate, and the Countess presents her invitation. They say, welcome, Countess, and guest.
Loomis.
Guest.
Up from the kingdom of Alfredo.
She
Yeah.
says, I've also never heard of it. They kind of just say, yeah. They motion for the carriage to go through.
And they didn't tell them to tip. God.
And it parks over by a bunch of other carriages. She says, well, guest.
My name's Loomis.
She takes your arm. Let's make our way in.
Alright.
Loomis, you pass through two large double doors with two guards on both sides of it. And you step into a beautiful foyer with several gem-encrusted chandeliers.
Is there free food?
You can smell the food. You don't see it yet, but you can smell it.
Oh, I'm going there.
As you walk in, you see standing in front of the door, essentially, like when you walk in, is a man and a woman. The man is wearing a golden face mask with black and red feathers. The woman is wearing a silver face mask with black and red feathers. The Countess approaches the man and says, greetings, Lord Duke.
Oh,
He says, greetings, Countess Bellatrix. A pleasure to have you here.
Hi, I'm Loomis.
Greetings, Loomis. I am Duke Louis Orlan. This is my wife, Minerva. We are pleased to have you here.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The Duchess says, I'm not familiar with your accent. Where are you from?
I'm actually from another kingdom far, far away. Actually, I'm not even sure how I got here. It might even be from another realm, but it's the kingdom of Alfredo.
I too am not a native of this kingdom. Glad to see I'm not the only one.
Sounds like we could be fast friends.
I would like that. You can sense the smile behind the mask.
And what was your name? Minerva? That's a pretty name.
Thank you.
So what was your kingdom like?
She says, I'll regale you with tales of my kingdom after we've greeted all of the guests.
Oh, my apologies.
The Countess says, Come, Loomis, why don't we find some libations? And she walks with you towards the other end of the foyer.
Oh, but I want to be on that end of the foyer. Okay.
Meanwhile, Stitch, you also are now in the foyer. Noblemen are greeting the Duke and Duchess. What do you do?
I'm going to be as flamboyantly over the top in my greeting of them as I can.
All right, let's hear it.
Gonna barge my way and say, Greetings, Lord Duke! Your mask shines like the very sun, and this must be the moon to that sun. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am the Stitch on a Breeze, the king of the bards, here to most unhumbly entertain for this evening.
King of the Bards, you say? Yes, I recall such a name being added to the list. I must say, with all that bravado and charisma, I've never heard of you. And I have heard of all of the bards in this kingdom and the next.
My music is normally not fit for mortal ears, so of course you would not have, but I have deigned to grace the presence of the lower worlds, rather than the realms of the divine and fey that normally I patron.
The Duchess says, Descended from the heavens, are we? Then perhaps you would be so gracious as to play us a tune.
Oh, all in good time. I understand there is to be a great dance.
There is, although it is rather quiet in the foyer. Perhaps you can fill the air with this godly music.
I shall do my best to parse it down to what mortal ears could happen. I would hate to burst everyone's eardrums within range, of course.
Please, blow my mind.
Ah, shit. That's fine, it's all part of the act, it's fine. I don't need to actually be good.
That was the warm-up.
Yes, for mortal ears indeed. He rolls his eyes.
Sorry?
But you do play music in the foyer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Meanwhile, Batu.
Yes. Is there anybody in the gardens?
You are prowling about in the dark of the gardens. There are 5 guards here, 3 standing at doors, 2 are walking about. While you're in the back, you see 2 men speaking. One of them is this sort of large man with full plate armor, and it's rather ornate. He wears a silver face mask and a plumed helmet, a lot of bright finery, and he is speaking with what appears to be a woman on closer inspection. Someone wearing like a tribal headdress, a silver mask, and several large red hawk feathers adorn the headdress. She is tall and muscular, and somewhat scantily clad.
Okay. They saying anything, doing anything?
They're simply speaking.
Alright.
It sounds like they're kind of just sizing each other up, and the lady says to him, "You couldn't have won that battle without me." "Nonsense. I'm the greatest war hero this kingdom has ever seen.
Yeah, I've
My
seen Batu.
armies far outnumber your mercenaries." What was that, Batu?
Batu scoffs to himself, they haven't seen Batu.
Do you continue to stay out in the gardens, or do you do anything else?
You said the 3 entrances are guarded, right?
Correct.
Alright, I'm gonna try, is there a way to scale up the side to get on top?
Which side?
Right, maybe right here. Get on top of the washrooms.
It's certainly possible if you have climbing equipment.
Well, I do have the hook.
Certainly you could grapple to window ledges. You do run the risk of being caught by the patrolling guards.
Okay. But is it safe from over here though? I'd be spotted by the other one, so
Correct.
So yeah, that's probably our best bet. We're gonna scale up here and get a better bird's eye view and try to get layout. Guess we have to make a hasty retreat. I want to see where all the sentries are.
Sure. You can attempt to throw up your grappling hook. You'll have to make a stealth check first. Some guards hear noise, but they don't really investigate well as you scale up the wall.
Okay. I'm gonna instead of like grabbing like too much with the I'm gonna cast my projection out, and I'm gonna grab myself and pull myself up.
Sure. The ethereal form of yourself pulls you up.
Thank you, brother.
You find yourself at a second-story window.
Alright. Is there anybody inside?
There doesn't appear to be anyone inside. The room is also dark.
Alright, I'm gonna enter through the window and crouch down.
The window is locked. You may be able to force it open, but it will make noise.
Let's see. I'm going to wrap my fist. Well, actually, I'm going to get my elbow. I'm going to pat it as much as possible and try to pop the glass out.
You try roll athletics. Yeah, you're strong enough where as you apply constant pressure, it just kind of breaks the edges of the frame that hold the pane in, and there's now a hole that you can reach through.
Alright, I'm gonna undo the glass and let myself in.
You open the window and roll in. You find yourself in a dark bedroom.
Alright, is there any library in it? Does it look to be maybe the Duke's bedroom?
Everything in here does appear rather ornate, but it doesn't have any like personal touches or personal items. You're guessing this is probably a guest room.
Okay, well, I guess that's good. I'm gonna close the window so it doesn't look conspicuous from the outside.
You do so.
Alright, I'm going to look out into the hallway from the room and see if there's anybody patrolling the upstairs.
You peer down the hallway. There are 2 guards who stand anywhere in the middle of the hall, and there are torches illuminating the hallway. Not torches, candlelight.
Okay. And that's the only door is out into that hallway where the guards are, right?
Correct.
Is there any other windows that I can scale from the outside and get to another room adjacent to it?
Yes, it may be possible for you to shimmy around the outside to other windows. You run the risk of falling, however.
Are they balconies, or are they just other windows?
From what you could see outside, there are no balconies there.
Alright, well, that looks like it's my best play, so we're gonna do that. But we can do that after you switch to somebody else, I guess.
Batu, having infiltrated the party in his own way.
The hard way.
MC, you back yet? I'm gonna take that as a no. Loomis, you are inside the gala. You've been worn on the arm of the Countess Bellatrix, but you are surrounded by guests and servants and guards and food and drink. What do you do?
I lean over to Bellatrix and I ask, is this...
Love?
Are we allowed to eat and drink with any of the food and drink?
Yes, all of it is available for all the guests. Have you ever been to a ball?
Well, I'm not aware of what your customs might be. In our customs, it's the same thing. If they're at the party, you just do whatever. But I didn't want to be going to get food and then get stopped for not paying before.
She laughs. She says, "You're a guest. Fear not."
Alright, then I'm going to help myself to some food. So I grab some food and eat it.
You do so. The food here is quite exquisite.
Ooh. Okay, so... Oh, I want to ask Bellatrix, so where would this, Baron von Zugel be?
She says, "Oh, you're interested in him."
Well, I'm more interested to hear of why someone would, or to know more about him, see if he actually does want to raise the dead.
She says, "Well, I'm sure he's around somewhere. Probably not anywhere in the dining area. The guy's slim as a twig." She
What does
says,
he look like?
"Tall, skinny, short hair last I saw him. Just look for the one who appears like a bookworm."
Okay, I'll go look for someone in the corner reading. Do you mind if I part ways with you right here?
She says, "Not at all. Just be in the ballroom when the dance happens."
Got it. Will do. I'll see you later, my lady. Okay, so now I'm going to look for the Baron von Zugler. I'll go back to the foyer, I guess. Where am I? Am I still in the foyer, or was I in the dining room?
You were in the dining room collecting food. You are now back in the foyer. And if you guys want, you can put your tokens on the map to indicate kind of where you are.
Let's see.
It's a giant cat. Every time, I swear.
Aha.
I got the greatest idea.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm going to find a lone guard. I'm going to trank him, take his fucking spear of disappearing shit, and start offing all the guards, one by one.
It has one charge.
So if I find one of them... Oh, it has one charge, okay. So if I off-win, I take the other guy's spear and just keep doing that.
It is certainly possible for you to do that, although it would make quite a scene.
And also, you would be killing off all of the guards.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see. It's an option.
Okay. As much as I can, I'm staying in the foyer to keep an eye on the Duke and see if there's anyone he seems particularly close with.
He mostly seems disinterested in everyone he speaks with.
Okay.
I'm going to look for the Baron still.
In the foyer, you see someone who kind of matches his description. A slim man. He doesn't seem to be dressed in much finery. He wears a lot of white. And he has a silver mask with brass goggles worn over it.
I'm gonna go talk to him.
He sees you approach. You can almost hear him groan.
Hi there.
Hello. And you are?
My name is Linus. I am the guest of Bellatrix.
I see you hold very little regard for title.
Excuse me?
Countess Bellatrix.
Lestrange.
Oh, sorry. I'm not from here. In my country, we didn't go by our titles first.
Then you may be the first country to do so.
I guess. Anyway, so I've been hearing a lot of good things about you. Or interesting things. I don't know about good.
Is that right? And what have you heard?
Oh, that's just that you're really into reading. What kind of books do you like to read?
I am less into reading the books as I am in writing them.
Oh, you're a writer.
I am a scientist, a researcher of the foundations of life itself.
Are you trying to bring back the dead?
He says, oh, you're one of them.
One of what?
One of the many people who spread rumors that I am some kind of necromancer wielding dark powers to take control of the dead and reanimate them.
Wait, hold on. I'm not spreading any gossip here. I'm not even from this kingdom. I'm just trying to see what you do. You study life itself, so what things have you discovered?
I've discovered the foundations. What I am attempting to do now is conquer death by restoring life to dead things.
Restoring life to dead things. Is that not bringing them back to life?
As in, bringing them to life, giving them life again. It is one thing to reanimate a corpse, turning it into some kind of magical puppet. It is another entirely to restore the thought and will and soul of a creature to its body.
That's pretty cool. Have you made any, progress?
I have made measurable progress.
Have you succeeded in bringing someone back to life yet?
I have never attempted to raise the dead.
Or restore life back into someone. Have you done that? Or is that going to be a...
Down the road one day.
Is that in the near future?
Near is a rather subjective term.
Like, tomorrow?
is no.
What about that day next? What about the day after that?
I didn't say that.
I could tell.
Very interesting. So, how do you feel about everybody else? How do you feel about the Duke? He seems like a strange character.
How so?
I don't know, he just seems very distant from everybody that tries to talk to him. I mean, I don't know, he just seems kind of snooty.
Have you read this room? Everyone here is self-interested and self-important. Personally, I have zero interest in politics, much less the people who play at it.
That's pretty fair. Anyway, nice chatting with you.
It was not unpleasant.
I'll take it. I'm gonna go back over to Minerva.
You see, the Duchess, she sees you approach.
I wave
Says,
at her.
Loomis, is that how everyone waves in your kingdom? Princess.
It was
Good
actually,
princess.
sorry, I wasn't meaning to be offensive. Apparently I was offensive earlier by not saying the Countess Bellatrix. So I need to call you Duchess Minerva.
Or lady, but yes.
Lady.
I won't hold it against you.
I apologize. I'm not used to that in my name. We just say it by our names.
Never heard of that.
Anyway. So how are you liking the party so far?
She says, well, this is the most dreadfully boring part of it, I must say.
Well, what's the exciting part?
The entertainment, the dance.
Are you excited for the dance?
To be honest, no.
Why is that?
She says, have you seen my dancing partner? She motions with her eyes to the Duke.
Yes, I've seen him. He doesn't seem very interested in anything.
Exactly right.
How did one so, I don't know, less exciting, or someone who seems so exciting at least, end up with someone like that?
She says, I'm sorry. Who are you calling less exciting?
The Duke.
Good.
You didn't
says-
think I was calling you less exciting.
It was not a marriage of choice. They rarely are in these kingdoms.
I've heard of that. That's a very sad situation.
There are certain perks, of course. Aside from the Queen, I am the highest ranking woman in the entire kingdom.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
I just have a dreadfully dull husband, and I am solely supposed to be a baby-making machine, and as you can see, we have no children. So he is increasingly disinterested in me.
He's disinterested in you? I feel like it would be the other way around. You're a lot better than he is.
Well,
Please don't tell him I said that.
your secret's safe with me.
I mean, does he have anything interesting about him? Like, has he made any accomplishments lately?
Well, to be honest, she motions with you to kind of follow her somewhere away from the others. She steps over by like a tapestry, kind of out of earshot of others.
Okay, I go with her.
She says, "To be honest, I think he's doing something in secret. I always see him writing letters that he does not discuss with me, speaking in hushed tones to a mirror in his study, and he keeps the study locked."
That's scary.
It is.
What do you think he's trying to do?
I have no idea.
Confirm.
And
She said
anytime
talking.
I try... What?
Sorry. Just confirm. She said talking to his mirror.
Correct. Talking to a mirror in his study.
Okay. Sorry.
Where's this mirror?
In the study.
Interesting.
I don't know if he's talking to himself and going crazy.
I mean, that does sound pretty crazy. I don't know why else he would talk to a mirror. Unless it talked back, and there's some kind of magic involved, but I don't know. Does he know any magic?
I have no idea. How would one even tell?
That's true. It's not like he discloses any information to you. I'm so sorry that he's treating you like that.
I'm just more concerned about what he's trying to keep secret. I subtly try to prod him for information, but he refuses to speak to me about it.
Is the study somewhere in this building?
She says, "Don't tell me you're trying to sneak into the study."
Is that a bad idea?
She says, "Well, never mind the fact that there are guards and such, but why would you want to?"
Well, now I'm kind of scared about the letters and the mirror that may talk back. What if he's trying to assassinate the king?
She says, "What? Those are very serious accusations."
I'm not accusing, I'm just saying that that could be a possibility.
That's a very specific thing to say.
Yeah.
Back off, play it off! I whisper frantically into the earring.
Kidding.
As you whisper that,
Anyway, you're right, that's a bad choice to be going into the study. That's his space.
as you're whispering frantically, Stitch, into the earring, a person standing next to you says, "What was that?"
Composing.
You are looking at a rather rotund man who is wearing this mask of it's a mask of a fat face with a little beard and stuff. And he pulls off the mask, and it's actually a mask of his own face.
Huh, quite clever. No, I was composing. Inspiration strikes at the oddest moments, wouldn't you know?
I wouldn't.
Well, what would you know then? I am Stitch on a Breeze. Who might you be?
Sir Orson Valentine, the richest man in the kingdom.
Well, one could say you know much about money and perhaps matters of the heart, eh?
And I'm not so successful in matters of the heart, but I do know about business.
Well, many have said that the life of a bard is much like one of a businessman. Tell me, do you put any stock in such rumors?
Rumors? What rumors?
Why, rumors that, well, I am not a native to these parts, as you can no doubt tell. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But I have heard the oddest things about some of the inhabitants of this kingdom. Why, I heard that one man was a practicing necromancer, and I hear that the same man is a priest in a church, and why, I hear that the the Duke is secretly the twin brother of the king. I hear that one of them is actually a clone. I hear so many things.
Well, despite my considerable resources, I don't employ the type of personnel that keep me apprised of such rumors or secret goings-on of the nobility.
Oh, so you would not know then about
Roll insight.
Roll insight? Okay.
Yes. This
Hey.
guy is obviously lying. He definitely employs the type of people who keep him apprised of everything.
Yeah, I figured. It's like, well then, you would not then be privy to any such, rumors of a duke's secret parentage or any other such hidden dealings. Tis a shame indeed.
Yes, such a shame.
But tell me, I am also a storyteller, and such rumors make for wonderful stories. If you had to put a story to such a thing, what would you say? Like, what would you say about the Duke? What sort of thing would you imagine he has hidden?
Oh, I have many such stories, and I would be more than willing to tell them to you. But, you see, my mind is preoccupied. Preoccupied with marriage.
Marriage? I thought you said you were not a man who knows of the heart.
Indeed,
rascal.
or rather, I have not been successful. And what I really want is to marry the Countess Bellatrix.
Oh, the Countess Bellatrix. I have heard things about her as well. She's a little freaky, if you catch my meaning.
Oh. If by freaky you mean she's most likely murdered her last 3 husbands, then yes, I agree, she is freaky. But she is single and a countess, and I desperately want to be more than a sir. Being a count has a nice ring to it.
But not an ex-count?
Oh, that doesn't matter at all. What matters is that I gained the title.
Ah, it is a matter of legacy then.
Yes.
I see. You are a man who puts much stock in such things then.
Despite my considerable resources, I'm the least respected guest here. Richest man in probably the entire world, and everyone looks down on me because my title is Sir and not Baron or Count or Duke.
Why? Such a system. It is unfair, I say.
It is. Now, I have a considerable number of things to say about everyone here, and if you would like to be privy to that information, if you could help me somehow win the hand of, to be honest, any of the ladies here, then I would freely dispense of what I know.
Well, what is a bard if not an artist? And what is love if not an art? Perhaps I can help you out.
Yes, yes.
I go off to the side, and I thank Minerva for chatting with me or whatnot. And then I want to say, hey, we got to get Bellatrix to dance with this creepy dude. Instead of the dance. And then if I do that, then I could dance with Minerva instead of her dancing with the dude.
Meanwhile, Cinder.
Yes.
So, how did you get in?
Oh, how did I get into the kitchens?
How did you get into the grounds?
Oh, so
It was never made clear.
I waited for the catering company and morphed into one of them and walked in with them.
Well, there were 2 catering companies, and both of them require something of you if you're to get in with them.
Okay.
Lieu of Lieu's libations requires a bribe or sexual favors to get you in. City Catering Company, however, requires that if you're going to come in with them, you're going to work with them, and you'll have to do loading, unloading, and prep work in the storeroom and kitchen.
Okay.
So it's either sexual favor or bribe.
Or work.
Or actually doing work.
That's last one's awful.
How much is this bribe?
That wasn't me, that was Daddy.
Very well. You will have to give the guy 50 gold pieces, and he will get you in.
Mm-hmm.
Those are not 5 platinum.
He can have the 50 gold pieces.
All right. And you're currently disguised as a servant, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You are in the kitchen, disguised as a servant. The butler makes his way in and notices you just standing around. He says, "You there? I don't recognize you."
I'm with Lou's catering service.
Lose libations, you mean?
It's only my 3rd week on the job.
It is your 3rd week on the job, and you do not know the name of your employer.
I have a stutter.
Let me explain. My cousin got me the job. Baking and catering is not my passion, right? I'm just doing this to make a little money.
Then why are you here?
To cater this job. Like, I'm gonna do it. It's just, you never had a passion? You always want to be a butler?
Roll deception.
It's...
Deception, you said. No. Deception. What the fuck me?
He says you are lying. I don't know who you are. However, we do not abide uninvited guests. And before you can say a word or make a move, in an instant, faster than lightning, the butler has a rapier pressed against your neck.
Whoa, slow down. I don't even know your name. Right,
Speak another word, and I will end you. He says, guards. 2 guards from the opposite side of the door, the dining room, they come in, and they grab a hold of you. He says, take this one to the dungeon. She will be interrogated later.
I did nothing.
He sheaths his sword and walks out of the room. The guards take you through the dining room, through the foyer, and they walk you down the stairs and into the dungeon.
We don't know that's Cinder because she didn't look like herself.
Well, she's wearing the earpiece, isn't she?
And we can hear all this going on.
You guys can hear everything that was being said.
So Batu's like, get Batu kill people now.
Not yet.
Now, they drag you down into the dungeon. And they unlock a cell. And they say, at least you have a cellmate. They throw you in and lock the door. And they walk away. Do you have dark vision?
Nope.
I don't think they do, yeah.
Well, as you are sitting in the dark in this cell, you can smell The smell of death.
Nice.
What do you do?
Let me see here.
Ooh, that smell. Can't you smell that smell? Ooh, that smell. Smell that's around you.
Where's prestidigitation when you need it?
Or light.
So what do you do, Cinder?
I'm thinking. I'm in this place.
Maybe you could just say, hey.
Hey. They didn't take anything off of me, right?
No, they did not.
You mean to tell me I can't fucking like create a little flame in my hand? What good is this fucking guinea pig if I can't do that?
You gotta take a cantrip, bro.
I got Eldritch Blast.
You're gonna Eldritch Blast? I don't think that's gonna help you. Like a little flash of purple.
Alright, so I'm gonna call out. Who's there?
Yeah.
Aside from your friends in your ear, you don't hear any response. You just smell the smell of a rotting corpse.
Alright, I'll go ahead and light a torch.
Sure. You light a torch, and you find yourself in a stone dungeon with metal bars forming cells, and shackled to the wall in the same cell as you is a man. He is dead.
He's dead. What does he look like?
He appears to be a human male, head shaved bald. He's wearing nothing but torn pants, and it appears as if he has been beaten to death.
Fuck. And he doesn't look like I would recognize this guy. He doesn't look like the portrait of the king I seen, right?
I can barely hear you.
Oh, I said he doesn't look like the portrait of the king I seen, right?
No.
Alright, so. Oh, these guys are fucked up. They chain this man up and then beat him to fucking death? This is wild.
Do you want to possibly investigate the body?
Yes, I was going to investigate the dead body.
In what manner do you want to investigate him?
With the sense of taste.
You said he was beat to death.
He
Right.
appears beaten to death.
Let's investigate if that's actually the reason why he died.
Sure. Roll medicine. Or investigation, whichever you prefer. Medicine will be a little bit more accurate.
I'm lowering medicine, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. Nice.
Being trained in things like interrogation techniques and assassination, you can tell that this guy was brutally beaten with fists and has multiple broken ribs. However, the beatings definitely did not kill him, and he's died within the last 3 days.
So he's not decomposing too bad.
No.
I would like to open his mouth and see if he had like a cyanide capsule in the tooth or something.
You look inside and no, you see no missing tooth or anything like that.
bite his tongue off or anything?
No. You do see that, or rather, it's not something that you see, but roll Arcana.
Arcana? Oh, terrible.
You sense nothing magical about this man's death. You do notice one thing, looking at his body. While everything in his mouth seems okay, you can't help but notice that there is shit, dried feces on his finger.
Dried feces on his
Oh,
finger.
he keistered something. Gross.
Oh, this is fucked up.
Do it.
I'm gonna conjure my mage hand.
You're gonna like booty finger this guy with mage hand? Gross.
Okay, so the mage hand, I assume you're trying to reach into the guy's legs.
Yeah.
You know, you spread the cheeks, the mage hand gets in there, but no, there's nothing in his ass.
Great, Scott. I'm sorry, Meiji. I thought it might be Easter or something.
There's a catch.
You do notice that there is a shit bucket in the cell.
Fuck. I got one more job for you, Meiji.
Fire, come here.
Somebody bring that
What's
shit
your
back and forth.
You reach into the bucket, I assume?
No, Meiji. The mage hand reaches into the...
The mage hand reaches into the bucket, and all it finds is, well, feces.
A fat turd.
How will it do it without tactile sensation?
I believe I'll feel everything.
I mean, you can look at whatever is in the hand, but you break it all up and you try to find anything in it, but you find nothing.
Like, what the fuck is this? What the actual fuck is this? Alright.
Here's plate of poo.
Roll history. It occurs to you, someone trained in spycraft, that this guy probably was trying to leave a message of some kind.
So he wrote on the walls and shit.
He had to write somewhere or on something that would not be seen. You, can't help but think he could have written a message in blood. Why did he choose shit? And you knock over the shit bucket, and underneath the bucket, written with his finger,
Great.
is the word Duchess.
Guys, this guy I'm in a cell with, he took great lengths to write a message. It says that the Duchess might be involved in what's going on here. It's either that or he was working for the Duchess and got caught. I don't know. I'm at a loss. Oh, did I tell you guys I got caught and put in a dungeon? Get you up to speed there. I know you might have heard. Batu, please don't kill anyone just yet.
So kill the Duchess.
No, that's not what I said.
Don't kill the Duchess, because I also have a suspicion about the Duke. Although
I have to
percussion-
play matchmaker.
Meanwhile, Batu, you're hearing all of this while you're on the outside of the building, kind of clinging to the walls. What do you do? Your original plan was to shimmy around to another window.
Is there roving guards going past me at all?
No, the roving guards are mostly in the gardens area and in the main gate area.
Okay, so I don't really. I'll shimmy. I'll just shimmy over to the next room. I'm gonna try to see if I can find the Duke's study up here, or bedroom.
Roll acrobatics. Without a problem, you shimmy along fearlessly around the outside, and you find a window closer to the end of the hall.
All right. Is there another window over here?
The entire perimeter of the building is basically made of windows.
All right, I'm gonna send my astral projection brother into the other room. Like while I'm shimmying over to this one, I'm gonna set him over, and we're both gonna make entry at the same time. The other window, so we can double down and see what's up.
You find that you're still just in empty guest rooms. It must be some kind of guest wing.
All right, I'm gonna look outside. Is there is the guard behind, like right there? Or?
There are no guards along the east side.
I was talking about inside.
Oh, inside. So the central hall that goes like this, more or less. There are 2 guards in it. But over here, through the bedroom door, you can see that the hall turns a corner and goes above the ballroom and into another wing.
I'm gonna try to make my way there.
Roll stealth. You're able to sneak by.
Okay.
And you make your way around the corner of the hall, down another long hallway that overlooks the gardens and the main gate. And there are no guards in this hallway. At the end, it turns again into the other wing.
Alright, I'm gonna keep to the shadows and stealthily sneak my way to the end of the hallway, expertly checking each corner and angle, make sure there's no one around to come across before they are unawares.
You do so, and as you're over here and you're looking around the corner, you see a guard who is standing at a door.
Is it just
he kind of just yawns and is standing by himself.
Is it just one?
Just one.
I'm gonna send my astral projection behind him, grab him, and I'm gonna stab him with the tranq dart.
You do so.
I'm gonna take his spear just in case.
You grab his big glowing spear as he falls to the ground unconscious.
Alright, I'm gonna take...
Code pink. I repeat, we have a code pink. Batu has the spear.
I'm gonna take the glowing spear. I'm going to use my clothes, and I'm gonna wrap it. I'm gonna wrap it and try to dim it.
You attempt to do so, but it shines through the fabric.
That's fine. Whatever. All right. Where is there any other? Do I notice any other guards or anything?
No, just the one guard.
Okay, so is this look like the right wing that I was looking for, where perhaps the Duchess or Duke living quarters or study?
It seems to be the place, since all the other rooms were guest rooms.
All right. Do I see? I'm gonna look around for a mirror.
Well, the hallway has no mirror, but there are 2 doors. One that was unguarded, and the one that the guard was standing in front of.
I'm gonna go through the one that I'm gonna go through the one that got the. I'm gonna ready the spear. And I'm gonna kind of nudge the door open to see if there's any guards inside the room.
You nudge the door only to find that it is locked.
I'm gonna search the guard for a key.
The guard possesses no key.
Alright. Is he wearing a full face helm?
He is.
Is he about my stature?
Just about.
Alright. I think you know where I'm going with this. I'm gonna go in the other room, I'm gonna bring him with me, and I'm gonna change out of my my ghostly attire and don one of the guards.
You do so. You find the room that you're in is the master bedroom.
Alright, I'm gonna look around for notes and stuff. Is there stationery or anything?
In the bedroom?
Yeah.
There is not.
Is there a chest or vanity with, like, maybe a key?
There is a jewelry box. It's quite ornate, made with gold and pearl, and it is filled with nothing but jewelry.
Well, I'm gonna stuff that right in my pockets.
Code future. But Batu has become a klepto.
You take the jewelry box and add it to your inventory. The jewelry box with the jewels in it is worth a combined 200 gold pieces.
What kind of noble is this?
Have you met the cons? They're all about plundering, okay?
No, I just mean, like, that seems real cheap. She must have a bunch of fake jewelry.
Alright.
It's the decoy box.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Alright.
But no key.
Alright. So... There's no key. I don't have any... Do I have any tools that can help me with this?
You tell
I
me.
do.
You do. I think I do, but I don't know if I want to waste it on this. No, it's too useful. Is there a window? Can I go around? Can I do the same deal and, like, shimmy around?
You're fairly certain that you can.
I can't?
You can.
That's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna go in through the window.
Alright, you make your way out a window and attempt to go around. First, roll stealth. No one notices you in full plate.
Somehow.
Going out the window and whatnot.
The glowing spear on his back.
Right? Let's see here!
Oh wait, you're in full place. You have disadvantage.
Oh no.
Anyway, as you're like out above the gardens, going shimmying around, some of the guards down there are like, "Hey, what you doing up there? Should you be guarding the door or something?"
Yeah, I thought I saw somebody over here.
Like, what's with that weird accent?
What accent? I had some peanut butter, it got stuck to the roof of my mouth.
The 2 guards look at each other and shrug. They're like, "Alright, well, don't get caught by the butler. You do you."
Alright. Yeah. I'm duck back inside. And then I'm going... Alright. I don't want to do this, but... Fuck it. I'm gonna use the spear and see if it disintegrates the door, does it make a noise when it disintegrates stuff?
It does not. And you use the spear. The glow disappears, and the door has been disintegrated. It is nothing but splinters on the ground.
Alright, I'm gonna go in.
You are inside the study.
Okay, is there... I'm gonna look for the
No, I tell him to look for the mirror.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for the mirror.
But meanwhile, back at the party, the butler says, "Everyone, please make your way to the dining room for dinner."
Yeah.
And all the guests make their way to the dining room.
That one up in the bus one.
What?
You didn't tell me I had to eat with it, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm not
Quick question. Was I able
Yes.
to keep track between what I heard from Sinra and so on? Was I able to keep track of the guards that took her down? Like, are they back and guarding the stairwell or the room? Or are they also going into the dining room?
They return to their post. There is a single guard who waits at the entrance to the dungeon.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, yeah, so continuing on with the crowd then.
The crowd makes their way into the dining room. Loomis, the people that you have become acquainted with notice that you're kind of just standing there. And the Countess says, "Why, Loomis, the dining room is this way."
I already ate. Do I have to go in there anyway?
She says, "Only if you wish to be respectful."
Oh, I don't want to be disrespectful, so I'll be going to the dining room.
You make your way into the dining room. There are several guests here with open seats next to them. Most of them appear to be, couples sitting together, but there are others who stand out.
And I don't have to sit next to her, correct?
No, you can sit wherever you like.
Okay,
To confirm, the Duke and his wife are also in here still, right? I'm still trying to keep track of them.
Correct. All of the guests are in the dining room.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. You need to play matchmaker with the Duchess, so I can nudge you towards the Duchess.
The Countess, right?
Not the Countess.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you don't sit next to her, then I'll probably try and pull something.
Well, I mean, I could, but I don't know the name of the guy you're talking to.
That I was talking to? I was talking with Sir Orson Valentine.
Orson Valentine. Okay, I'll sit next to her and talk to her about it. Okay, got it.
Talk to her?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll handle that. So then I will continue being my flamboyant self around. Probably not even sit down anywhere, just kind of move about, making chatter and stealing things off of people's plates.
You do what everyone expects the King of Bards to do.
Absolutely.
Loomis, you sit next to the Countess.
So I just asked her if she knows the dude that I don't remember the name of. What's his name?
Orson Valentine.
Valentine.
Yeah, Sir Valentine.
Sir Valentine. Oh, Sir Orson. Thank you. Sir Orson Valentine. Orson Valentine.
Your volume is still very low.
I asked her if she knows Sir Orson Valentine.
She says, everyone knows Sir Valentine. He's literally the richest man in probably the entire world.
How do you feel about him?
She says, well, he's very fat. So very fat.
Oh. That's the worst. I relate.
But he's super rich.
She says, but he is very rich.
So, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Apparently he's got a thing for you.
She says, he has a thing for my title.
Well,
I mean, it sounds like you have a thing for his money, so that sounds like a fit to me.
She laughs and says, I have no need of his money. She says, I am thrice a widow. She says, I inherited my title of countess.
who?
So you were divorced 3 times?
Not divorced, widowed. All of my husbands have died.
Oh, how did that happen?
She says, dubious circumstances.
Natural
I'm
causes.
confident all of them were murdered. Poison.
That's horrible. It sounds
It
like someone's
is
out to
horrible.
get you.
Someone's out to get my husbands. Which is why I have committed to never marrying again.
Somebody's out to get your husbands, or why is somebody out to get your husbands?
To be honest, they were all kind of terrible men.
So you have a thing for terrible men?
Who
Bad.
doesn't?
I mean, you're not wrong.
I know.
They're so appealing. Then you find out they're awful after, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm stuck with them. Then you have to leave, if you can. Sometimes you can't.
She says, indeed, and I couldn't, but, well, it all worked out in the end, I suppose.
So who do you think would have done that? Do you think it was the same person for all of them?
I have no idea.
You do realize that it was probably her, right?
Oh, I ignored that comment because I'm talking to her.
The second I heard that she claims to have sworn to have never done that, and she feels she's wealthy enough, I will begin scouting the other females at the party to see if any of them have need of some amount of cash flow.
Can I do an insight check to see if she's lying about her having no idea who did it?
Yeah, go ahead, roll insight. Everything seems suspect to you. You can tell she is being truthful. In fact, you're confident, based on this, that she has not once lied to you.
Ooh.
No, I see it. I see it. Okay. Took me a minute, but I saw it.
So you have no interest in finding out who killed your husbands then?
Of course not. Thanks to them dying, I am essentially the most powerful woman in the kingdom. Because I actually control all of my lands and make the decisions, and all of the businesses. I'm rich and powerful, and I don't even need a husband to be that.
That's fair. You're technically more powerful than the Duchess and the Queen. In a sense.
In a sense, yes.
So yeah, you're not interested in the fat man, are you?
Nope. Although, I do have a daughter, and she is of marrying age.
Her daughter did. It's her daughter.
Does your daughter want to be with the fat man?
Oh, it's not up to her.
Well, maybe we could arrange, or you could arrange something with her, because if he's interested in you, he's probably interested in your daughter. If all he cares about is your title.
Undoubtedly. But why?
Why would?
Why would I hook him up with my daughter?
I don't know, he's fat. You said it already.
Indeed. Although she's kind of fat, too.
Oh, well, maybe it's a perfect fit then.
How do two fat people fit together? Like,
They-
visualize it.
Okay, well, I don't really want to visualize it because I'm a skinny, beautiful man.
Like
But,
two water
They have
balloons
to do it
colliding.
some way. They have to do it some way.
She says, I suppose you're right. They would probably have very fat children. But then again, she probably doesn't have any other prospects.
So it sounds like a perfect match. Is she at the party?
No, she's not at the party, but she'll need to be for these discussions to happen.
Sounds like you.
I
should have
assume you have some ulterior motive.
No, I'm just being nosy.
She says, it's perfectly fine. Everyone here has an ulterior motive.
I guess my ulterior. What was my ulterior motive?
Information.
Oh, I was just trying to get some information on what's going on.
She says, wow, you are nosy.
Yeah. I
Very
guess.
well. You can inform Sir Valentine that I will entertain the notion of him marrying into my family. And you can get whatever dirt you're looking for.
And I will
Alright.
take that exact moment to plop myself down next to Valentine.
You do so. He says, wait, greetings, Stitch on a breeze.
Greetings, Sir Valentine. I have most fortunate news for you.
Oh, is that right?
Indeed. Your last name may not be so ironic in the future.
I have no idea. What do you mean?
Of course not, but if you will look over yonder to the Countess, Miss Bella Bellatrix.
Yes, he looks in that direction.
You will note that she is a woman with a daughter.
I have been made aware.
Well, as a woman with a daughter and no husband, her daughter stands to inherit a certain title, does she not?
She does.
Her daughter also is on the market, as it were. Give her a little wave, you shall see what happens.
He waves over at the Countess. The Countess groans deeply, but smiles and gives him a nod and a wave. He says, well, well, I don't know how you did it, but it seems you have. So, tit for tat, I believe you are after some information.
Of course, whatever, shall we say, speculation a man with no informants on any sort of rumors would have, yes?
Correct. If I were to tell tall tales, and I am known to do so from time to time, I would say that the Duke is not very fond of his cousin. They spend a lot of time hunting together, and let's just say there's been more than one close call, near accidents, etc.
Oh, but such things happen on hunts. Surely it is nothing, yes?
Of course, surely it is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
A missed arrow here, a thrown dagger there, accidentally bumping his horse down a cliff. Things happen.
Of course, perfectly natural, perfectly natural. But, and of course, men such as us know these things. But do all men say such things? Are there others who entertain such notions?
Well, I think everyone at some point thinks I would love to kill my boss. And the king is, of course, the boss of everyone in this room.
True
I
enough.
will say, if In all of my business dealings, which are considerable, I've never met mercenaries as effective, enthusiastic, and immoral as the Red Hawk mercenaries. I would be very wary of their leader, Lady Red Hawk. He motions with his eyes to the muscular, scantily clad woman wearing the headdress with red hawk feathers.
Ah, the feathers, the red feathers are something of a theme tonight, are they not?
Some people like red. But Lady Red Hawk, she swears by it.
Well, indeed. Lady Red Hawk, you say she is... I assume if she is here, she is in the employ of the Duke?
No, she's illustrious guest. The king saw fit to give her title, essentially knighting her, for her mercenaries' contribution during the last war.
I see. Quite a rags to riches tale.
Oh, she was already rich, and she still prefers to wear rags. But, I just find her loyal only to coin, not to crown.
Yeah. Well, if the Duke cannot even purchase friends, who would you call among them?
The Duke has few friends, but one certainly. Count Blake Miramont. He points to the man wearing full plate armor, bright finery, and a silver mask beneath a plumed helmet. Famous war hero and general of the King's army. They are childhood friends.
Ah. Was the Count also on these hunts?
Frequently.
Of course, of course. Now, if you say there are tensions between the royal cousins, as it were, what else, though? We speak much of the Duke. Are there not others who chafe under, well, perhaps chafe is the wrong word, but who seek to better themselves in such a fashion?
Well, everyone does, even myself. However, there are conflicts that the king has yet to resolve. For instance, the conflicts between the Gildenfelds and the Blackwaters.
Gildenfelds and Blackwaters. I believe, if I remember correctly, I may have run into a few of them tonight. Am I wrong?
They are here, yes.
Mm-hmm.
He motions to a couple wearing plague doctor masks. Those are the Blackwaters. Very gloomy-looking lords who are very wealthy, wealthiest lords in the kingdom, due to brewing the cheapest ale and spirits in the world. Blackwater brew, they call it.
I knew there was a reason I steered away from them. My nose can smell such things, eh?
I love the
Yes.
Skyrim reference.
Well, they currently have conflict with the Gildenfelds. The Baron and Baroness Gildenfeld are wearing the comedy and tragedy masks. He points to another couple. Very large landlords and governors of Wheaton, the largest farming community and market city in the kingdom. Simply put, they control the largest position of grain in the entire kingdom. And the Blackwaters suspect they are creating a fake shortage to drive the prices up, since the Blackwaters are in fact their biggest customer.
Ah, such petty intrigues do not interest a king of bards, although they do make for good backgrounds to more personal tales.
Well, the main issue is their connection to the king. The king is yet to resolve the matter between the two. If you are insinuating some insidious plot to see something happen to the king, I'm just saying these parties might benefit from someone else being in that position.
Well, men such as us, we would never imagine of sticking our noses, sensitive as they are, into such matters, would we?
Well, certainly I would. I do business with both of them.
Oh. I'm surprised to hear you admit to being in the middle of a conflict which is indirectly tied to said king.
In the middle is a very strong expression.
I live for strong expressions and strong drinks.
As do we all. Meanwhile, in the dungeon. You hear all of this discussion happening. What you don't hear, Cinder, is any sound or sign of rescue. What do you do?
Well, I'm like, oh, fuck, man. They're up there enjoying themselves, drinking champagne and snob hopping with fucking nobles. Like,
destroying doors and incapacitating guards.
I'd like to think I could take a moment at some point to whisper to her, I'm too high profile. After the dance, I might be able to sneak away.
Yeah, sure. That's what they all say. You know what? I might as well go into my vessel and just chill in here. At least I got a boombox and listen to some sick tunes.
I mean, can't you throw your vessel outside of the bars of the door and then go inside it?
I don't know if that's how it works.
Like, place it on the other side of the door of the bars and then go inside it. Right?
And?
No, you're right. I can go into it as long as I'm touching it.
Exactly.
And your arms would definitely fit through the cell.
Exactly.
Alright, first, I'm gonna try with my thieves' tools to open up the doors. If that doesn't work, I will go through.
Sure. You decide to play it dark and gritty and tough, and roll sleight of hand.
Do I roll the thieves' tools with the...
Yeah, you can click on these tools. You easily unlock the large gate. The cell door swings open. You are free.
Nice. Alright. So these guys fucked up. I want to do an investigation around in there, in the cell place, to see if I can find a guard's uniform.
There are no guard uniforms.
Damn it.
The main issue is currently your clothes. Everyone here knows the servants and such.
Yes, I see that. And I'm not going to put on a dead guy's clothes. Is there in this, like a chest or anything where they would put a prisoner's belongings?
There is a chest that you would assume is for that. Inside, however, are just servants' clothing.
You know what? I have a feeling like they just like torturing the fucking servants. They just say, hey, you're not known. Like, there's no way that they've had the same servants forever. Unless motherfuckers bring people back from the dead and then making them servants.
Well, I mean, royalty and them are paranoid. They would be vetted at the very least. They'd be known to the higher up staff.
I understand that. So you think the butler is that anal retentive where he knows everybody remembers faces?
Well, the butler is like, Yeah, that's literally the butler's job. He's the head of the house help.
But these are companies that he doesn't work for them. Like
when you were talking about the other catering companies, he sensed you were lying.
It's because I couldn't keep my story straight.
Correct.
Some fucking spy I am. God damn it. I didn't know I was going to be pressed that hard by a fucking butler. Okay. Alright, guys. So, here's my plan. I'm going to try and sneak around and find some clothes. Because I can't change my clothes. Even if I change clothes. I thought I'd grab some royal clothes. Right. Did I go to the clothes shop?
You purchased clothes to look like a servant.
Yeah, I only got servant clothes. I didn't get the other clothes. You alright? So let's do some stealthing. Oh my god. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to go back in the cell and not close the door all the way, but make it look like it's closed with some minor illusion.
Sure.
See if anybody comes down here.
You see a guard comes down with a torch. It was the guard watching the stairs down into the dungeon. He said, "What was that noise?" And he makes his way over to your cell and sees you in it.
I think this dead guy. I think he might be slipping off the chains or something. You know, that's what that sound was. You might want to come in here and take him down. It smells a bit.
No, I think I like him right where he is. Stinking up the place for you.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna get up from where I am and like walk closer to the door and say, is it possible to get a cup of water or something?
You're a servant. Why don't you serve yourself some water? He holds the torch closer to you. Notices you're not an unattractive young woman. He says, although I could be convinced to bring you some water.
Well, come a little closer to the gate, big boy.
He's like, all right. He drops the torch on the ground, walks closer to the door, and starts undoing his belt.
Alright, so I thought about Eldritch blasting this door, but that's not how Eldritch blast works. It's not an actual source. I'm gonna aim the door. I'm gonna swing it as hard as I can. That'd be a strength check.
Athletics, yes.
Oh, it was terrible.
It was enough. Unsuspecting, you swing the door open, and it smashes into the guy's face. He falls over backward, blood coming from his nose and his forehead. And as he falls backwards, he hits his head on the stone wall behind him and falls unconscious.
Nice. Alright. I'm gonna pull him back into the cell. Strip him naked. And minor illusion him to make him look like me.
I mean, you could just lock him in the cell.
Yeah, I still want him to look like me.
Sure. You position him in the fetal position so that he, But anyway, you do have his armor, albeit without a helmet.
Okay, he didn't have it on. So
Correct.
I'm gonna look at this fucking guy and be like, haha, change into.
You change into the guy.
Ah, yes. This kind of works. I'm gonna look at his penis. I see why he acted that way.
Yeah, you see that he has just a huge dong. Like if he were to fight Godzilla, it would be Godzilla versus King Dong. But, you shape change appropriately, and you make your way out of the dungeon.
Yep. And I'm gonna make my way up to the ball. Or, no, this guy's fucking post was the fucking stairs. They're gonna ask him why he's not.
So, yeah. You can either walk around the first floor, or you can join the second floor. Batu.
Yes. Batu.
Meanwhile, Batu, you see, as you've blown open the door, a guard approaches. But the guard is wearing a certain ear ringer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you. Okay. Since you know how to read, you look for the papers. I'm gonna see what this is. I'm gonna go up to the mirror and I'm gonna like tap it. Hey, mirror.
As you do, the room around you kind of fades, melting to black. As you look into the mirror, Umbra looks into you. Roll charisma.
Oh, I'm not a very charismatic guy. Where's my charisma?
It is a charisma save.
I know, I'm looking for it. I'm stupid. There it is. Can't click it. There it is.
You hear Umbra's voice. You've heard it more than once, and you know it. Umbra laughs and says to you, "For every realm you save, do you know how many I've already consumed? How many I consume even at this moment? Nothing you do matters, and it does not save these places for long. And when you all die, and you all will, sooner rather than later, I will still take every last one, every single plane." And you fall unconscious. Cinder, as you're standing in the study, you hear Batu collapse to the floor.
Could you say that last part again?
I collapsed.
You hear Batu collapse to the floor.
Let's see here. Can I make a try to catch his fucking ass as a reaction?
You didn't even see him collapse, so.
He just straight up, boom, hit the ground.
Correct.
Let's medicine check this guy.
He is unconscious.
Do I have to heal this kid? Nope.
Make an Arcana check.
Nice.
You can tell that he is under the effect of magic. Something has rendered him unconscious, and whatever it is came from the mirror. The mirror itself appears to be some kind of magical trap.
Nice. Magical traps, eh? Fucking ridiculous. Coming to places, I tell them, why does anybody ever listen? Okay. So I'm gonna stand up.
Hands up, playing my song.
I'm gonna face the mirror. What did you do to Batu? Show yourself, fiend.
The mirror's trap has already been activated.
Oh shit. What? God damn it, it's a one-time activation? Alright, Batu. He shouldn't even be able to be put under stuff like that. He has a 2 mind. Or is that not I never asked him. Maybe I should. Alright, Batu. If I kick you in the nuts, will you wake up? Oh, that's the starting to say, I'm gonna do this.
Literally the same.
Well, you kick Batu in the nuts. But you are so weak physically that it is not nearly enough to actually cause him physical damage. It does, however, cause him to wake.
Did you just kick me in the dog?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Batu. Like, you collapsed, and then you were laying on the ground, and you woke up. I was like...
She was
what
feeling
the fuck?
aggressiveness towards dongs in general.
Well, I think we have the proof we need. It seems that Umbra was in this mirror. He spoke to me, and I fell unconscious.
Holy shit, dude. Hey, guys. Batu found confirmation.
Did you find evidence of the conspirators?
I mean,
Tell me what you found, Batu.
the Dark Stallion is in the mirror, in the Duke's study. Is that not confirmation enough?
It's proof positive for the Duke, yes. We were supposed to try and see if we could find his conspirators as well. If you have the time to
Cinder,
look around.
did you not find anything in the stationery?
Oh, I didn't even look. You fell over, and I was just so concerned about you.
That you kicked me in the nuts.
You have no proof that happened.
Meanwhile, you both head over to the desk, and one of the drawers is locked.
I would like to do an Arcana check to see if it has any magical properties. So in case I get like...
You can sense, without having to roll, that there's nothing magical about this desk.
Alright, sweet. Thieves, tool it up.
You deftly and easily unlock the drawer, revealing several letters inside.
See, this was my... I wasn't one of those spies who talked to people. I was one of those spies who got into places and took documents, man.
Well, you make a lot of declarative statements for one that doesn't talk to people. Just get the damn papers and let's go.
Cinder, you read the letters. Most of them seem to be cryptic and written in some kind of code, and they're initialed B, F, and R.
BFR.
Yes, one is labeled or initialed B, one is initialed F, and one is initialed R. But one of the letters, the one with initial R, has crude handwriting, like someone who's not especially skilled in letters and things.
It's the Lady Red Hawk.
And it looks or it reads this.
So the meeting.
What does it say?
It says Batu should learn how to read. It was amazing we knew you would come.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Batu. It says, so the meetings beneath the trapdoor in the ballroom. Your letter was pretty cryptic, and I do not have time for riddles. Speak plainly in your reply. Aw. It sounds like a pirate wrote.
Is this be the Lady Red Hawk?
I have no idea. I was trapped in a dungeon most of the time.
Well, you heard everything we were talking about, did you not?
Yes, I heard everything. I was more concerned about the smell of this dead guy. I was wondering who. No, never mind. So we know where the trapdoor is, and what does the other letter say? Do we know any of the other coast conspirators?
You only know their initials, B and F.
I would assume B refers to Count Blake Mittermont, or alternatively one of the Blackwaters.
And who could the F be?
That I have nothing.
Okay. So, since I'm a...
Loomis would know an F. A Baron Friedrich von Ziegler.
Baron.
Oh shit, I didn't write down that guy's first name. That's why I didn't have it.
Yeah, I know.
Baron was the guy that I talked to. There was a book guy, who was trying to bring back the dead.
Yes.
Or
What's that guy?
restore life, he said.
Okay, so we have the Duke and his co-conspirators. Now what do we do with this information?
Technically, you have letters. You haven't confirmed identities.
Yeah, we have suspects. We would need to see them. We would need other confirmation to confirm that these are indeed who the letters refer to. We can assume all we like.
Is the spy master here?
I got a way you can do that. Have them confirm some handwriting, right? You could have the fat guy. Is the fat guy one of the guys?
Well, we could just go to the meeting place underneath the ballroom since everybody's in the dining room right now.
Meanwhile, in the ballroom, or the dining room, the butler arrives and says, "My lords, my ladies, the dance has begun." People clap, and they start filing into the ballroom.
God damn it.
Countess Bellatrix, of course, hangs on Loomis's arm and says, "Right this way, Loomis. Remember, you promised me a dance."
Yes, my lady. So I danced with her.
You are currently dancing with the Countess. Make a performance check.
Oh, shit.
Loomis, I was saying cheat. Use your wings. Fly a little bit off the ground.
She says, I see you're unfamiliar with our dances.
Yes, I'm not from this country. I don't really... You'll have to show me how the dancing goes around here.
She says, very well. I prefer to lead anyway. And she leads you as you dance. Meanwhile, the butler heads over to Stitch and says, very well, King of Bards, this is your moment. Do not waste it.
Waste? One can never waste a moment of life, else one would not be living. But I will, before he can respond to that, go ahead and get away onto the stage.
That did not make any sense.
Alright. Come on, filthy liar, don't fail me now. So just performance?
Correct.
Alright. Okay. Not too shabby.
You show them what a bard who descended from the heavens can do with mortal instruments, and it impresses everyone.
Gonna throw in a few minor illusion fireworks just for fun while I'm doing it.
The lords and ladies clap for your performance, and the better dancers of the guests really just let loose on the dance floor to the music.
It's like High School Musical.
Exactly like that, yes.
You should have said Footloose.
But
God,
all
my
of a
performance
sudden,
checks have actually been pretty not amazing so far, actually.
all of a sudden, a strange, dark wind sweeps across the room, and every candle and every brazier,
Brazzer.
they
Brazzers.
brazzers, they all are doused, and the room is pitch black. Does anyone, or rather, Loomis or Stitch, do you have dark vision?
I do, actually.
I do.
While everyone is in something of a panic, you notice some figures move beneath a hidden door.
I'm going with them.
I'm gonna do so too, but I'm actually gonna cast invisibility on myself as I do.
You do so, and you follow at a distance. Meanwhile, in the ballroom, everyone is a chatter with, oh, what's going on, and things like that. However, you make your way down some stairs that spiral down into a secret room. You stay behind the doorway, clinging to the shadows of the staircase, and inside, you see masked people who reveal their faces to each other. Standing there is Baron Friedrich von Ziegler, Lady Redhawk, Count Blake Mirmont, and not the Duke, but instead his wife, the Duchess Minerva. She reveals her face, and the others are aghast that they are not in fact meeting with the Duke, but the Duchess. She says, "You are all here, which means you are now committed. These are the only people in this kingdom we can trust." Now, Dunham, the spy master, is watching the estate. Further communications will be sent via magical mirrors that I will provide after the gala. Is everything understood? Without words, they all nod, staring at each other. She says, "Good. We must make our way back to the ballroom before we're missed too much." And everyone heads towards the stairs. What do you do?
I am strongly debating dropping a hypnotic pattern on the lot of them, but I'm worried that they're gonna make their saves and everything's gonna go to shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna like.
Wait, hang on a minute. Okay, no, sorry. Intelligence is my dub stat, not wisdom, so I won't.
You make your way ahead of them back to the ballroom.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as they are back in the ballroom and the trapdoor is sealed, with a wave of her hand, the Duchess restores light to the ballroom.
magic.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about setting off.
When the lights return, everyone says, "Oh, what a relief." And certain people who should not be inappropriately touching each other find their way back to their spouses.
People that shouldn't be inappropriately touching each other find their way back to their spouse.
Correct.
Yeah. I will pop out from behind a vase and say, "Oh, guess it wasn't a magic trick."
Do you want to relay what you have seen to your comrades upstairs?
Oh, I assume they heard it all through the earrings anyway.
You were not so close that they could hear.
Okay, well then, yes.
Yeah.
I will merely say, suspicions confirmed, but it's the woman, not the Lord.
It's always the woman.
Well, she's the only one who was nice to me. Kind of feel for her. The dude guys are real douche.
You do know that the woman you are speaking of is conspiring with an eternal entity that wants to unravel the entire multiverse, right?
Yeah, but the reason she's doing it is because her husband's a douchebag. I get it.
I mean, you have no idea, and she may have been lying to you the whole time. You never bothered to insight check her.
Well, I think he's a douchebag.
That's fair.
We have
So
what
you
we came
guys,
for.
if you wish, can make your escape.
I mean, I can last the party. No reason to make it overly suspicious in case something else crops up, like...
Well, the main issue is that there are 2 unconscious guards still in the building.
That has nothing to do with me. I'm fine.
It
Yeah.
does have something to do with the other 2, though.
I'm going to be leaving now. You have fun at your party.
Thank you, we will. We'll save you some tea cakes.
What about you, Loomis? Do you wish to stay at the party?
I'm staying at the party.
I'm pilfering the study on my way out, though.
Sure, you can steal parchment and pens.
Yes.
Also a magnifying glass.
Yes.
Cinder, do you want to lurk about, or do you want to make your escape?
Cinder. I'm assuming, since she also knocked out a guard, she'd probably try to leave too.
Oh, my fault. Yo, I actually fell asleep while playing. My bad.
No, you're good. So you're gonna be leaving too, then.
Huh? What? Who? What? What happened?
So we're
Well,
just
leave-
We have our suspect. Get out.
Huh?
we're leaving.
We have our We have our suspect. Make your escape.
Oh. Time to get the fuck out?
Yep.
We have proof?
Yep. We have all the proof we need.
I mean, we've heard everything, but do we have visual?
We shouldn't go try and stop them from doing whatever they're doing. They went down the thing, right?
Yeah, they're not doing it today. They were just planning.
Well, what if we get like one of those mirrors and she was talking?
Oh, steal the mirror. Yeah, absolutely steal the mirror.
All right, so I'll slide a hand in this mirror.
These mirrors are standing mirrors. It would be impossible to sneak out with one.
Impossible, you
Where's
say?
the-
I shouldn't say impossible. It would be highly impractical.
Well, maybe I will be making my escape from this party after all.
And like I was joining forces with the Duchess, but that would be very hard.
I'm just gonna leave the same way I came in, except for I'm just gonna jump across halfway toward the wall and then project myself the other way and then switch places.
I mean, you're disguised. You could literally just walk out.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'll do that. I don't know. I didn't know if I was gonna get stopped by the butler or something for leaving my post or some shit. So.
But anyway, you make your escape, and the other two. Are you guys staying to enjoy the party, or?
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on the Duchess to make sure she doesn't leave for some other meeting or do anything weird. But otherwise, yeah. Because I think we've gathered the proof we need to, especially the predictive proof with like the mirrors being delivered to her conspirators.
Indeed. Now, resolution.
Woot.
You bring the information back to Dunham. And he assures all of you that the king's forces will deal with the conspirators on their own. No need for the heroes to step into something that really isn't a battle. For your efforts in uncovering the Duchess as the true villain, he rewards each of you with 100 pounds of gold, aka 1,400 gold pieces.
Woohoo!
And for uncovering all of the conspirators, you are given a choice of one of Marlin's inventions. You may keep the ear ringers or a double beer hat whose mugs magically refill when emptied,
Oh, I want
a
that.
red cape that inspires awe when worn, or uncontrollable rage when held.
Oh, that sounds really cool. But I think that's Loomis would probably make the best out of that, though.
I want something that inspires awe.
Yeah, I already have a magic cloak. I can't actually wear that regularly.
I want a cloak. Wait,
All
is it
right,
a
so
cape or a cloak?
it is a cape.
Yes, I am a superhero.
Very well. You have a cape that, while you wear it, inspires awe in people who see you. Or if you hold it in your hands, it causes uncontrollable rage in people who see it.
Wow.
There's
That's
also
awesome.
the option of a magical dagger that heals for 1d4 plus your strength or dex
Ooh.
half of the time. You'll have to roll, or you'll essentially flip a coin, and it either heals or it hurts.
Well, I
Heck.
can already heal, so I don't need that.
I'm not too much of a sadist for that.
You guys notice that Marlin's inventions are somewhat impractical. Dunham, however, for
Two again.
Dunham rewards you for uncovering what happened to his spy by offering you hooded cloaks that grant +2 to stealth rolls.
Oh my god.
Is that an attunement thing?
It is not an attunement thing. Simply by wearing it, or anyone who wears it gets +2 to stealth.
I have a +10 stealth modifier, guys.
I'm gonna get +7 now. That's so yeah. Pretty sweet.
And of course, you may refuse any of Marlin's gifts if you want.
That dagger.
I'll take the dagger. Don't get me wrong. If no one else wants it, I'll take it.
That dagger could be really cool.
It could be like someone's down on 1 health, all the spell slots are gone, and like, all right, bro, live or die. This is it.
Well, somebody needs to take it, not me, because right now I'm the only one who can actually heal anything.
Well, you're taking the cape, right? So.
Yeah. I also took the cape. There's that too.
I mean, if you get if somebody can cast guidance and does that work on 50% rolls or not?
No.
Yeah, so it's just straight. Yeah, I mean, that'd be an interesting one. So what does the beer hat do? Mug hat?
It's a double beer hat, and when you empty the mugs, they automatically refill with beer.
Okay, so we got to give that one to Gaspard.
Like a souvenir. Like, hey guys, Bart, you weren't here for this, but we got you a gift.
Basically.
We thought of you. Yeah.
Little souvenir.
Loomis would definitely get the cape. Me or Stitch could get the dagger.
You both can get one. Any of these gifts, any of you can have.
Oh,
It's
sweet.
It's not just one.
Oh, but so you can have one of any of these.
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'll still move.
And that's
The
on
most
top.
practical thing are the ear ringers.
I was gonna say the ear ringers. I'd keep those.
Can we convert our gold to platinum?
You could, yes.
Because 1,400 is a lot of gold to carry around. Okay.
100 pounds specifically.
Is it a set? Like when you get the ear, if someone chooses the ear ringers, do they get like two, just a set, and they can just give it to somebody?
No. Nope. Just the one.
Now how does it work if you only have one?
It doesn't.
Oh, so everybody would have to have them. Oh.
Or at least two.
Pair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll commit to taking one of them so we can have at least a pair.
All right, me and you will take the ear ringers then. That seems like really That'd be really helpful.
Cinder, what gift do you wish to take?
So there was the dagger, the cloak, the ear ringers. What else?
Or the double beer hat that never empties.
I'm cool off the double beer hat.
I mean, for your character, the cloak would make sense too.
Inspire me.
Shoot, you just throw you get into a fight with somebody, right? And then you just throw your cloak at them. They catch the cloak, right? And then
Everyone gets mad.
everybody just gets mad at that guy.
I'm just gonna keep my cloak on and inspire all.
Do they get the effects of rage?
No.
Okay.
That is a training specific type of thing.
Okay. I was like, if you could actually inspire like rage, that'd be pretty sick.
Like all of a sudden, random people turn into barbarians.
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome.
They just start raging on me.
In any event, Marlin opens a portal back to the ether between planes to send you guys back to wherever you were heading.
Hey, Marlon, I got a question for you. Did you stop time? You know we were going somewhere and you pulled us here.
I can't stop time yet.
Yet?
Hey, yo, I like you, Marlon. Stay up.
But we all got the +2 cloaks, right? +2 cloak. Yeah.
You all have a cloak that grants +2 to stealth.
And now, since we all made to level 6, I multi-classed into monk, and now my unarmored armor class is more effective than me wearing medium armor. Now I don't even need to wear armor anymore.
So how do we put that on our character sheet? Is like adding the +2.
You add it to the, you can create the effects if you go and you add item, and you can add it in manually. And then, or you can put it under, where can you put that under? I guess you can put it under proficiency.
Because I put in the item, but like, how do you make it?
So what I do, at least what I did for things like this, maybe there's a way to attach it to a separate thing, but I actually went into the settings on my character sheet, that little gear next to the spells tab. And if I go down to like the list of skills in the middle of the page, I just put a +2 at the end of my dex skill. Sorry, stealth skill rather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you could do that.
If it gives you a +2 to your, I don't know why you would take it off. Just wear 2 cloaks.
I mean, I had to do the same thing for my saving throws with this cloak of protection I had.
Anyway, we are done here. If whoever is next wants to jump in and tell us where we're all headed, or wait, who's next?
I think it's Thomas is next again, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know where we're going.
Well, if you're not ready, I can go. But if you're ready, by all means.
No, I have so much time on my hands right now, so I can have something. I just don't know what anything.
Oh, that's fine. Then we'll
To an unknown adventure.
It'll just be an unknown adventure next time.
Here we are tumbling through the ether then. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this combatless session.
Sure, it was interesting, yeah.
I liked it. It was fun. I appreciate it. Good time, guys. I'll talk to you guys next week.
It was really fun.
See ya. Take care.
All right, bye, guys. Night.
Playing,
Bye.
and it made me fall asleep a little bit.
Okay.
Well, it is getting late, dude.
I got full.
It's 1 a.m. right here where I'm at, dude. So I get you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys.
Night.
Alright guys, thanks for checking us out. If you're just finding you at a later time, thank you for watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you could. Hit that notification bell and stay updated on all things Dungeons & D-Bags. Appreciate it, guys. You have a great night, day, or whenever this may find you.